You better be in the house when them street lights come on. Ain't that what your mama used to tell you? But I bet you when she told you to stay out the streets, she had no idea that the YouTube streets would take over the world. Uncle Juice, public figure Boogie, Baby Down So Raw, Detroit Gossip, and the most dangerous voice in Detroit, Dawgface TV.
Bitch, I talk more shit than Dawgface.
They running shit from coast to coast. Welcome to the Danger Zone.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's go.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. My name is Dawgface Calderon. I am the co-host of RealLyfe Unfiltered. Diagonally down across on this motherfucking chessboard is my motherfucking Memphis player partner.
Yeah, man. CEO King Munchie, man. We live from the Trek Hawk with Dawgface Killer.
I ain't gonna kill nobody now. I'm retired. Streets dead, ain't it? Then we ain't the streets dead? Or no?
Now we gotta respect the streets, man.
Okay, so listen, man. I want to work everybody. I want to welcome. This shit is funny, man. I want to welcome everybody to RealLyfe Unfiltered. Shout out to people. Shout out to all my people over RealLyfe Street Stars. Shout out to everybody at Propane Media. Shout out to everybody on Live at the Track Hawk. Shout out to the Henny Gang, my arch nemesis, the notorious Wicked Witch of Yonkers.
Hold on now. That's a whole new introduction that you done gave me. The Wicked Witch of Yonkers.
I just made that up.
You just made that up. Okay. I'm gonna show you a Wicked Witch.
See, listen. And then we have a new player alert. My man GBE. This motherfucker is one of the most facts-oriented people you ever gonna want to meet. I met him on Instagram, and he was correcting me. And you know, I don't like to be corrected. I don't take kindly to no motherfucker correcting me, but I accepted it. Look at this motherfucker clapping this for the bullshit.
Yes. I still salute to you on that one. Yes.
Hey, listen, I accepted the correction because the correction came with facts, logic, and reasoning. And me and GB, we've been rocking for how many years? It's been some years.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
And this man is a man full of facts. He gonna have to bring them facts to the table today because we ain't buying that shit today. Somebody is in trouble. Somebody's in trouble. Somebody did wrong. GB. Now listen. Now I'm gonna give you a chance to talk about this wrongdoing. But when we talk about this wrongdoing, you're gonna have to come on with this wrong. You're gonna have to come on with this shit, GB.
Hey man, I'm ready when you ready, man.
I'm gonna give you a chance to talk about all this wrongdoing going on in the land of BMF. So you're gonna have to come on with it. You ain't getting no breaks on this show. So listen, Mr. Curtis Jackson himself. He announced 2 days ago. Was that yesterday or day before yesterday?
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
A day ago.
Yesterday. Mr. Curtis Jackson himself, aka 50 Cent. He announced that January 16th, he's going to give us the long-awaited second part of the documentary about the life of Demetrius and Terry Flannery, aka Big Meech, Southwest T, BMF. Did you guys all see the promo clip?
Yeah. They put on.
So what did you guys think about the GBE? Let's start with you, right? Because this is your area of expertise, right? Yeah, I'm starting with you, motherfucker. When you think you get away, we come with the heat off bail, which fucking with you. So when you saw the promo clip go up, were you surprised? And what did you think about it?
No, I wasn't surprised. A couple months ago it leaked on a part had leaked on YouTube. Where,
yes, it did.
Keep talking. So I mean, I kind of figured it was coming, but no, I wasn't surprised.
You wasn't surprised. Henny, did you see the promo clip?
Yes, I did.
And when you saw the promo clip, what were you thinking?
This ain't it.
I'm with you on that.
Ain't it. When you say this ain't it, what do you mean this ain't it?
This isn't what was supposed to be next on deck.
What was supposed to be next on deck?
The Tammy Colin's documentary.
Okay. So are we saying so just before we even get into it, right? Let's look at the promo clip and let's see what we can extract from it.
There ain't no other crew like this in the world, and there never will be another.
You might have heard of me, but you never seen me. My name is Terry Flannery, and this is my story.
I woke up in beast mode.
We come from nothing. Family is everything. I knew what I signed up for. We brought the structure, so we no accidents. But Meech brought the heat to me.
Bounce back.
What the fuck was he thinking about?
They weren't being influenced by the culture. They were the culture.
I always cleaned up his mess, but my mind, we going to prison.
This is it. Terry's going to flip on it. And we're going to be able to put Demetrius away for the rest of his life.
Oh, wow.
We know that's not true.
Now, let me say this. I'm not saying it don't look like it's going to be good, because it does. But I didn't think this was going to be the next installment from the BMF stories.
Well, they kind of canceled everything, man. You know, they've been having a lot of BMF drama, man. 50 really said he was done with that shit.
Man,
For him to come back around and fuck with it was kind of threw me off too. I thought he was done. He said he washed his hands. He said he's gonna let them guys stay broke, man.
Okay, so listen. So here's why people who pay attention to these type of things, and this is why people who have tuned into the whole BMF situation, this is why people are kind of like thrown off. Because that trailer doesn't really speak to what we were promised that we would get next, right? So I think based on the breakup between 50 and Big Meech, and I think because of how 50 chose to attack Big Meech, and we called him in the rat, said that he was in bed with Tammy Collins. He implied it, and then he flat out said that he was in bed with Tammy Collins, that he knew she was a federal informant entire time, or at least a good portion of the time that he was dealing with her. So we thought, based on what 50 said, what 50 implied, and based on Tammy Collins' early responses to what 50 was saying on Instagram, she responded. And she basically alluded to 50 knowing about what was going on. Now, on that trailer, Tammy Collins commented twice. The first comment was this. She said, and she commented an hour after it went up. She said, Meech knew what he was doing. Then he go and hide his hand. You said it best. He told me to tell facts. And then she commented a second time on that same post. She says, Meech knew exactly what he was doing. Now that thing has come back to light. He's trying to step back and hide his hand. Terry was unaware, all caps, of any of it and played no part in it. So that's why we are kind of like merging the Tammy Collins with this, because from what we see, it is really just about Terry telling his side of the story. Tammy Collins injected herself by commenting on that post twice, and that's why we have the mixture of the two things. So my question to you, in my mind, well, I have a statement in the question. In my mind, 50 Cent wasn't supposed to drop nothing about BMF, period, as it relates to a documentary or nothing else, until he came with them facts to support the claims that Big Meech was a snitch and that he knew about Tammy Collins being federal informant. GBE, what do you say?
Man, and there's no facts to present. That's why I tried to tell you from the get-go when we first started having this debate. If there was facts to present, he would have been presenting the facts. What's taking so long? How many months? It's been over a year.
Well, it's been 8 months exactly. They broke up. Right? We gotta play semantics here. It's been about 8 months. How long has it been, Henny, since 50 Cent went on the attack?
8 months.
About 8
It's
months.
been 8 months, yeah.
Okay, so what the fuck is this shit?
Man, some hating going on. You know, 50 Cent the biggest hater of all times, man. Come on, man.
Now, Munchie, just because he may be a proverbial hater, Munchie, don't mean facts ain't facts. So I want you to tell me, and you ain't never been a man short of words. So go ahead, pray. Go ahead.
Man, what the facts? Man, Meech is still not a confirmed rap, man. I'm still waiting on it, man. It's not enough proof for me, man. I see he did some maybe some slick shit. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see didn't nobody go to jail behind him, did he? Because there was some rumors he had. Oh, rumors. He set up his plug, this and that. That shit was all fake rumors, man. Man, who went to jail? Who got arrested? Who he telling? Nobody find out.
Well,
that is the definition of snitching, right?
Well, if you listen to those,
snitching is to cooperate to tell law enforcement something about a crime that somebody else committed.
Okay, did he do that?
We don't see. So listen, we need evidence. I don't see any evidence.
He didn't do that.
I don't see any evidence outside of examining what took place between Meech, Tammy, and Cuffy, right? Who was basically the St. Louis plug, and one of the people who, even according to Meech's own admission, helped turn BMF into what it is and what we knew it to be.
Look who the rat allegations originally came from. A rat. Blue Da Vinci, man. He was the first person to scream, man, the hell with Meech, nigga down there snitching. They said, what? He went viral. He went to go calling Tammy and trying to call all these people to make it a proof that he was snitching. Y'all remember that? He was saying that while Meech still had about 3-4 years left. He been screaming that. He was going on Vlad, screaming Meech was a snitch. He ain't never had the facts, though. I still ain't seen them.
The only facts to that comes from the testimony in the Franks hearing. That's the only thing that's in there. I can say that. For me, timeline of everybody being in cahoots with each other. That's why people are going with the narratives of Meech said something, because everything does look suspicious, does sound suspicious, because why would you give somebody your life rights outside of your family? Why you didn't give those to your baby mama? Why you didn't entrust those to somebody else? You gave it to somebody who you say is a complete stranger to you, that you only met through pen pal. I don't know nobody that's willing to give their life rights knowing that it's worth multiple millions of dollars in movie deals, docuseries deals, all of that, to somebody that they don't know at all. And through Tammy's own admission, she's been around all of them from 2002. She claims she met Meech in 2002, even though she was with Blue in 2002. So it's a lot of suspect stuff that's been going on in that whole thing.
GBE.
Well, first of all, when they say why he give her the rights, who is gonna get the rights to? Lil Meech's mama was married to a whole nother nigga, so we gonna give her the rights for?
Because that's his child's mother.
Nah,
and that would be part of his legacy.
Oh, baby mama can't have that.
Why not give it to a family member? What's wrong with his sister? What's wrong with his mother?
Everybody ain't good with money in business. Just because they're your family, don't mean they good with money or business.
Now y'all know
you trust a stranger.
Now y'all know Lucille bad with money.
Tammy comes from a business background.
Right.
Tammy comes from working with the government too. And sneaking around with a husband and doing all types of shit. A woman like that is not credible in my eyes to be handling nothing.
Oh yeah, when everything hit the fan, no, she's not credible, but nobody knew.
I have a question. So let's just really jump right into this shit then, since we ain't playing no more. We at minute 14, we finna go into minute 15. Let's just put all this shit on the floor. So listen, when we talk about, the question was raised, well, why did he give his life rights to Tammy? He gave two things to Tammy. One, he gave her power of attorney over his physical being.
Mm-hmm.
And he gave her
life rights.
authorization and he gave her control of his life rights. He gave her two things, DBE.
Power of attorney got a time limit on it now. How long was it for?
We don't know. We haven't seen it. We haven't seen the structured document of what the power of attorney was about. And she didn't need power of attorney over his life in order to run with or in order to take the life rights to the BMF story. Those two things are two separate
You need
things.
power, dog, to move the money around, open accounts and all that. You can't
She
got the life rights.
She had power of attorney over him prior to any deal being struck.
Right. And
So,
that means you gave her power over
was-
you, over anybody else. That means if anything would have happened to him, she had power of attorney over anything that had to do with him.
If he would have passed away in prison while she had power of attorney over him, then his family would have had to go to her to make the decisions about what would have happened to his body, God forbid, if he was died in prison. So my whole thing is she had life rights and she had power of attorney over him. You don't need one to have the other. You don't have to have both. You didn't have to have power of attorney over him or his physical being in order to take those life rights and sell them for movie purposes or whatever. So my question too, so why did Big Meech choose Tammy Collins? And like somebody just said, well, she was a businesswoman. She was known for her business savvy and her business acumen. How did Meech know? Because it is a fact that Tammy Collins first came around the mob as a concubine for Blue Da Vinci.
Well, they was passing them around, man. Everybody was getting hit over there, man. You know what Big Meech said, man? If she's not the wife, man, she for everybody now.
We ain't got no evidence that she was a pass around. According to Blue Da Vinci, she was his old thing, his old corporate type thing. So,
what's her original occupation?
She was working for Goldman Sachs. Was it Goldman Sachs?
That's her original occupation. She don't have no government, no corporate training.
That was her corporate job. She worked for Goldman Sachs.
That's money right there. That's financial.
So the question is, let's deal with the shit that's kind of like sketchy. Why would Big Meech choose Tammy Collins out of all people to give power of attorney over him and to give her access and control over his life rights? Why was it?
Man, financial. She worked at Goldman Sachs. That's a very intelligent lady.
But that doesn't mean that she's good with money. She just works for Goldman Sachs.
But what she do at Goldman Sachs, isn't Goldman Sachs
financial services?
It's a financial institution, yes.
Institution.
Yeah, so financial. So they're not just hiring anybody to come over there and touch on buttons and touch on money over there now.
No, they're
somebody
not.
with some kind of experience.
That's true, but you don't know if she's going to handle your business correctly. She has there's no track record of her handling people's business to the extent that he needed her to.
GBE?
He pitched him a good deal. Like I said, she ended up getting the rights. I don't know about the power of attorney. I can't speak on that. But I know how she acquired the rights was somehow she got linked with Randall Emmett and she presented him to look, I can get the movie made.
So who's Randall Emmett? Let's make sure we want to say who these people are. Who is Randall Emmett?
South Hollywood. He's the one who he's working with Lionsgate, which owns Stars. He's the one who brought 50 into the film industry. He's the one who pitched told 50 about the idea of doing the BMF movie. But remember, it was supposed to be originally a movie before it was turned into a series. So when everybody, how she get the rights? It's like, somebody pitched you a good deal and they tied in with somebody and the deal ended up happening. It's not like the deal didn't go through.
But you're forgetting a whole key part of all of that because Cuffy was up and involved in that part of things as well with the Lionsgate stuff.
Correct. And Cuffy was trying to muscle her. Once she got the life rights, Cuffy was basically trying to bully her for the rights and take the rights from her.
According to her, yes.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. We have somebody who is we have somebody who is as large as Big Meech is, as plugged in, as connected as he is. I'm aiming this question at Munchie first. We have somebody who is Big Meech. We know who he is. We know what he represents. What's the chances of Big Meech signing over his life rights and then giving this woman control of his life story? What's the chances of that happening without him properly vetting who she is and confirming where she came from?
Not doubt. You done did 17 years. A nigga in the penitentiary best friend is a pen in the pen pal, man. They was writing. They probably got tons of letters, man. She probably good with some letters. She writing back. They working it out. They making it, man. You know, people get married off that pen in the pen, man. Man, people get married, man. So, I mean, yeah, either she's a great Vanessa the Vanessa, or, man, they know what they doing. You know what I'm saying? They sitting there talking every day. They ain't got number time. And if she had number time, she writing back, and he probably woke up every day to see if she wrote him. You know what I'm saying? They put it on paper. They ain't doing too much phone talking. How it seemed like they were doing. So, you know, he probably gave up his rights, but did he make some money from it? That's the question. Did he get paid?
We know his son got paid.
He got paid.
We know his son got paid.
At the moment, that's the only person who looks like got paid, huh?
GB. Meech wouldn't have been able to receive the money anyway because he owed restitution, so they would have took that anyway. So you would have had to funnel the money through Tammy or through someone else anyway.
He owed restitution, so that's another plus. That's another plus. Our restitution, Tammy, look here, you take everything I make, you just put it in the bank account. Happy for me when I get home.
He can't benefit off of it. They gonna take it.
So he had to have signed his life rights over to somebody. Why would he have done it? Because as a federal prisoner, as an inmate in the Federal Bureau of Prisons, he could not do anything that would have benefited from. You got any income coming in as a prisoner? I don't give a fuck if it's fed to state. They taking that shit. So that's why he would have signed his life rights over to somebody. The question is, why was that somebody Tammy Colin?
Tammy Colin, that's the point.
And on top, yeah, absolutely. And you mean to tell me that he had access to people in the streets? He was talking to people in the streets, right? He wasn't on the island by himself. You mean to tell me? I know a pen a bad motherfucker in like that, but you mean to tell me that he can make a move like that? He said power of attorney and life rights over to a bitch, and he ain't called to the street to really confirm nothing about this bitch.
Well, not only that, she wasn't the only one writing him.
Yeah, we ain't talking about no, because I was in prison, and niggas when I was in prison, niggas he didn't know at all. He was writing. And he was writing back. So my thing is, what's the chances of this is not Joe Smo, Munchie. This not Lil Bill. This ain't Lil Mookie Mook of Southside. This is Big Meech. You mean to tell me before he made an executive decision like that, he didn't call to the streets to confirm who this person was? He didn't no due diligence, no background check. He ain't make no phone call to figure out who this bitch is here.
We can't say that though, dog, because listen. Nobody knew that what happened with the Terry White situation. We keep leaving this out like it was blasted out there as if everybody knew that she lined Terry White up. Terry White was still dealing with this woman when she did what she did with him.
Correct.
He didn't want to see him. She's sending him money. He never black. And then Terry White was a rat before that situation happened anyway.
Correct.
So
but see, you know what? To me, no, go ahead. Finish what you were saying.
I keep running around like as if it was known in Atlanta that, hey, she lined Terry White up. Nobody knew.
Well, you can't say nobody knew because somebody had to know. Terry White was in the streets and was moving weight. So it's not like he was just some corner boy. Like you heard all of the stuff that they seized. It's very clear that he was pushing out there in Atlanta. So if he got hemmed up and she had something to do with it, there's no way that stayed a secret in Atlanta. That's going to be out there that she was the one who put it out on him. The whole thing with all of this, though, is everybody also forgetting that what was probably her stamp of approval was Cuffy. That's probably why Meech didn't bother to do a background check because she was with Cuffy. But now this is where the story starts getting twisted up because according to testimony, she says he sent her to Cuffy.
But here, Cuffy and Tammy had dinners before that also too. Because remember when Cuffy was coming to Atlanta visiting Tammy, Blue didn't even know that they was even dealing with each other. See, a lot of people didn't even really know what was going on.
I want you to answer my motherfucking question.
What's your question?
My question is, so you mean to tell me that somebody like Big Meech, as powerful and as influential as he was, even though he was behind bars, before he signed over a power of attorney, before he signed over the life rights to his story, which are worth millions, if not tens of millions of dollars, you telling me that he ain't make no calls to verify or to vet this bitch to figure out what type of bitch this is and who this bitch is? Because once you sign it over, it's signed over. You mean to tell me that she was able to test him that good on some pen pal shit, and he ain't do no due diligence or checking on nothing? And then I want to ask you a question. Blue Da Vinci said that he had a conversation with Meech. And Blue said that when Meech mentioned Tammy was handling his business, Blue said they had a conversation, and he told Meech, "Yo, that bitch bold business. That bitch fucking with the kids. That bitch knocked Perry White down."
That's what he said.
He supposed to line Cuffy up. I mean, he supposed to tell him that she supposed to did that with Cuffy.
No, this before the Cuffy shit.
This is before Cuffy.
I interviewed Blue, and Blue said that when he talked to Meech, and Meech mentioned Tammy name and said, "Hey, listen, Tammy's handling my affairs," and Blue was like, "Tammy who?" And he said, "Tammy Collins." Blue knows Tammy Collins because it's indisputable fact that was his bitch first. She was introduced to the mob through Blue Da Vinci in 2001, 2, or 3.
2002.
Right? So you mean to tell me, and at this particular point in time, Meech wasn't saying that Blue Da Vinci was bold. They were still in communication. They were still talking. Blue was still, Meech was still endorsing everything that Blue was doing.
He was messing with Blue. I remember.
He was messing with Blue. So it wasn't like that he started calling Blue a snitch when Blue got
never heard Meech. Hold on, never heard Meech call Blue a snitch. He just ain't fucking with him.
Yeah, to this very day, we haven't heard him come out and say that he was a snitch.
But also when they fell out was because after that conversation where he told him that Tammy was no good, the next conversation they had about Tammy was when the BMF deal came about. So that's where the fallout started happening at. So you can't say he didn't find out ahead of time that she was no good. He knew ahead of time she was no good.
And this is not
right already. She had when everything hit the fan, Tammy already had the rights. So what could you do? You can't cancel the rights. You signed the contract. She had the rights already.
GB. Now listen. Let me just say this to you, brother. We haven't seen the contract. We don't know if there were any exit clauses. We don't know if there were any clauses that would have made the contract null and void, depending on what either party would have done or wouldn't have done. We don't know. We haven't seen the contract. But here's what I'm saying, is that according to Blue Da Vinci, he told Meech that Tammy Collins was bold. This is prior to Cuffy getting indicted for anything, right? That was years. That was years before there was ever any deal struck. They were still shopping Big Meech's in the BMF life story, life rights. Ain't no deal had been reached at that point in time. So my question to you is then, when Blue says that he told Big Meech that Tammy was no good, that was years before any deal had been struck or had been made to produce anything, a movie, a series, anything.
Tammy got the rights in 09, right?
Yes.
Okay. Tammy been writing Meech when they failed in 05.
Yes.
Remember, look at it. Tammy was there when Meech got sentenced to the 30 years.
Yes.
Everybody saying, "Yo, did you do a background check?" You did a background check around there. Nothing didn't happen then. There was no Terry White. She didn't call the feds on Terry White yet. She been in the picture since 05 as far as writing Meech. She was there when you sent it. So when y'all saying, hey, why he ain't do a background check? If you did a background check from the time she started writing you, and she been there, the background gonna come back good.
So you're saying
but she started writing him in 2005, but she didn't divorce from her first husband till 2006, and by then she was dealing with Terry White while she was writing Meech. So while she's writing Meech, she's setting Terry White up to take a fall. So either way, there's stuff that's going on that once he gets knocked down, like I said, there's no way that nobody knew that Tammy had something to do with it because Tammy was riding around with him. Tammy was basically his side chick. And the way it read was that she was the one that he would come to and talk to about all his problems with his other girl. He even drove with her to go see Meech one time. He took her to go visit Meech.
Well,
where's the work at? I mean, we can sit and debate about
it's
it.
It's in the paperwork. It's in the paperwork.
Showing that they did a deal. Tammy, first of all, Tammy was a paid confidential informant. You cannot be a third party.
She was not a paid confidential informant when she took Terry White down.
Remember, she received.
She was not a paid confidential.
That was after GBE.
That was after.
I'm agreeing with y'all. That was after.
Right. So at that point in time, she wasn't a CI. She didn't become a CI till after Terry White went down and she started dealing with what's that detective's name? I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but she started dealing with him, and that's
Keith Cromer.
Cromer. Thank you. That's when she became a paid CI because she was dealing with Cromer, and they registered her and all of that. And while all of that is going on, she's still writing Meech. So with all of this going on and all this of her setting people up, knocking people down, she's still in cahoots with Meech. When I say cahoots, I mean communication with him. So now when you get to this part where she's introduced to Cuffy through Meech and the Suarez dude and all of that, I mean, it all starts to line up a bit when you start putting the timeline together.
I have a question, GBE, and this is for any the facts people in this thing. Me and Munchie ain't nothing but two hood niggas. We ain't nothing but two low down, dirty scoundrels, right? So here's the question. What year was Cuffy arrested or indicted for this whole thing with the Suarez shit? What year was that?
Hold on, time out. Cuffy was never indicted. Him, Meech, or Suarez was never indicted for that transaction that transpired, man. It was never no indictment. Cuffy never got arrested for that. What Cuffy got arrested for was when CS2 put him with Agent Martinez out of Memphis, and they did the 2 dummy buys on Cuffy. Cuffy didn't have no money. He didn't have no way to get to work. They gave him an Escalade. So he sent 2 people down there. They gave them a vehicle with a trap in it. They pulled the vehicle over. They found the 2 joints. They tell Cuffy, you owe for the vehicle and the 2 joints, and we're going to send you some more product. That's when the bust happened. He was never locked up for no Suarez transaction that Meech supposed to put together. That's the lie Cuffy keep trying to just put everything together. That never happened. You never got arrested for that. You got locked up for the Agent Martinez situation.
So who is Suarez, and how does Suarez factor into this whole equation?
Fidel Suarez was locked up with Meech
in
Michigan, and Suarez had connections to Mexican cartel with better prices on bricks. And so Fidel was put on to Cuffy and Tammy. Well, this is where you can step in because this was like 8 months ago. But Fidel was put into connection with Cuffy, and then that's when Tammy came into play. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong because I'm just going off the head.
You're right, Henry.
And then Fidel got pulled over for his bricks and let go.
All of them telling, man.
It's a lot of moving parts to all of this when you start getting into this timeline where Tammy is in there, Cuffy is in there, Meech is still in the mix of all of this. This is where it gets twisted and turned.
Okay, so here's my question. So I'm on point with this now. So when did Suarez? What year did Suarez get introduced to Tammy and Cuffy? What year was that?
Man, shit, it'd be like Was it 2012? Was it like 2014? I can't.
I think it was 2012.
I think it was somewhere between them two.
Between 2012 and 2014. Don't hold us to it. Don't spank us for it.
That's
right?
the time frame. Somewhere between there.
2012, 24. What year did Meech sign over his life rights and give Tammy power of attorney?
2009.
2009. Okay. So Meech signed over his life rights and gave Tammy he gave her a power of attorney and signed over his life rights to her in 2009. In between 2012, I believe it was 2012. We're gonna roll with that because I remember that. 2012, this is when this whole convoluted process with Fidel Suarez, Cuffy, and Tammy. This is when this whole sordid affair happened in 2012. So that's 3 years later, approximately, right?
Roundabout, yep.
Okay, what year? So we have 9, 12. What year was the deal struck with 50 Cent, Lionsgate, and Stars to produce BMF the series? What year was that?
Remember, 50 was talking about it like 2014, like 15, 16. 50 was talking about it, but it didn't actually. Remember, it took some years for it to come out. Remember, he posted the whole thing up saying that he gonna do the BMF series and all. But remember, it was a movie. He kept saying he's gonna do the
2018. 2018 is when the announcement was made.
Oh, yeah, because that's the last time Blue said he talked to him was in 2018.
50 Cent acquired. So here we go. So here it is right here. Let's make sure because we did some fact shit right here. So right here it says that 50 Cent acquired the TV and film rights to Black Mafia Family Story, including Big Meech's life rights around 2020, developing the popular Star series through his G-Unit film and television company.
Right. He didn't get going on in 2020. They green lighted in 2020. Stars did. He got the check in 2020. He put it out in 2021 with the premiere a year later.
Yeah, because of what I'm looking at, it's saying that he was inked to do the multi-series deal worth $150 million starting in 2018.
Damn, him over 150.
And this is what I'm saying. You trusting a stranger with that?
God damn, 150 means you gave up 150. That was everything in your flow board that the feds took.
50 was for all the shows that 50 had on Stars. That was for the Power series and all of that, included BMF. It wasn't just strictly for the BMF.
Okay, so it says the Star series BMF Black Mafia Family first premiered in 2021 with its debut season launching September 26, 2021, and it ran for 4 seasons before cancellation in late 2025. So he bought the life rights. He secured the life rights in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
For $1 million. Supposed to gave them $1 million, Tammy $1 million for the life rights.
You know what? That was the dumbest. Man, I don't even want to curse, man. That was the dumbest move Meech ever made in his businessman career. This man gave away a story worth 150, and he out here on his ass right now. That's crazy, man. That man should have never. He should have kept that story to himself. You know what? They rushed it. Everybody was on their back, man. This is the biggest story in the world. This is gonna be big. It's gonna be big, man. You're gonna be rich. They rushed it and they played that, man.
Well, this is blowing money fast, okay? This is Black Mafia Family. They was basically running the South like nobody had ever seen in Atlanta.
Man, he played himself. And then I don't know. Meech came home not like Meech. He don't talk. He just look funny. He don't smile. There's something wrong with that nigga.
He got broken. They broke him in prison.
He broke him down there. They said he was the man down there, though. I heard he was running shit, doing his thing. But he come home, he just looking crazy, smiling. I seen the other day, I was watching something, and they tried to give a nigga walked up on him and gave him a Detroit Lion piece. Man, that little piece looked like it came out the candy machine.
That's that bitch ass nigga.
Don't do Calico like that. Go ahead, dog.
Yeah, you know I'm finna get that bitch ass nigga ass.
No, don't do that.
What's his name, dog?
You've been waiting for that one.
I lined you up for that. Hey, GB, that's your man.
Oh, man, I just started something.
Yeah, you did. He lined me up that bitch ass nigga. What that nigga for Memphis?
Yeah, that nigga gave a plastic action figure to put on his neck.
That nigga from Memphis, Tennessee. Hey, Meech that little punk ass line. That nigga from Memphis. What that bitch ass nigga name? I forgot.
Hey, what's that nigga name, GB?
Oh, Calico Jones.
Calico Jones?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's my partner brother, man. Oh
yeah, so sorry. You can't choose your friends. You can't pick
that's
your
my
friends.
partner brother, man. I ain't know that was Calico did that, man.
Jones, bitch ass. He gave me that little bit ass thing.
Man, motherfucker, so little baby.
Hey, GB, you see how you and y'all see y'all think I love y'all brothers. Y'all set me up for success when it comes to insult me a bitch ass nigga.
I was waiting for the bitch ass nigga to come out too, because I said he's itching to say that.
Yes, it says that the specific amount 50 Cent paid Tammy Collins for the rights to Big Meech's story for the BMF series has not been publicly disclosed. Financial details of the deal remain private, so we don't know how much he gave Tammy Collins. What we do know is that Big Meech managed to secure a deal through Stars for how much? A 50 ball.
Not Big Meech.
We don't know. We don't know what the details are.
50 Cent put the deal together with Stars.
No, what I'm saying is that it's not publicly disclosed what he gave Tammy Collins, because Tammy Collins owned them. She controlled the life rights to Big Meech's story.
I don't think Big Meech got nothing.
Whatever he paid Tammy Collins because she was in charge of Big Meech's estate, basically.
Right. Which means she would have had to disperse it to him and whoever it is that he wanted it dispersed to, because she was over all of that. Power of attorney and the life rights gave her total control of all of that. Again, why would you give that to a stranger?
GBE, what's the chance?
That time she want a stranger no more. We got to stop. We got to.
Hey, listen.
Listen, was he snapping her down before he went to prison? Listen, because at this point in time, we know Meech like to have him passed around. So listen, I'm going off of what I saw in the paperwork. Don't come for me. This is allegedly according to the paperwork. She was a pass around. So what's to say that she wasn't creeping around behind Blue Da Vinci's back?
She definitely was.
Letting Meech take her down, because none of this makes sense that they was just pen pals and wasn't nothing going on between the two of them. Because I done been around a lot of dudes. And unless you just a dude that don't be getting that punana the way that other people be getting it, you're not going to be doing no coochie whip stuff like this, just giving away your life rights and power of attorney. He had to have taken her down and
jailhouse girlfriend.
That was business, man. Business is business, man. The business got handled.
Hey, man.
Yeah, and he got handled too.
Whoa. You say first of all, ain't nothing like no motherfucking business. Probably ain't nothing. Stop making me. Hey, ain't nothing.
Indecent proposal.
Hey, GBE, what business get took care of when from what we can tell, Tammy Collins ain't really gave Meech a motherfucking thing, especially after Meech fell out with 50 Cent. We don't know that Tammy Collins gave nobody nothing. We don't know how much that 50 bought the life rights from her for. It could have been $1 million, could have been $1. We don't know. We know that he made her an executive producer. So we know that she had her hand in it. On top of we know that 50 Cent gave her something for those life rights. We know it was something. There's no way she
gave it to producer credit. She was getting paid off of every episode and residual.
Every episode. So you need to tell.
You know what? She took Meech's deal.
Meech couldn't do no deal by herself. He can't benefit off of it. He was locked up. They would have took it.
Well, they would have took it. So y'all are totally right. He really should have put that in somebody else's hand. You know, he could have put that in a lawyer's hand.
Exactly. Ding, ding, ding. Now you talking.
He could have put that in a lawyer hand and it'd have been safe. They would have put it in the escrow. Simple math, man. He dropped the ball. He gave it to a freak.
And so now, with all of this that's going on, this why people looking at what she's saying and putting these 2 and 2s together and coming up with 4, because none of this makes sense. Because what she said was that was given to her as payment for setting Cuffy up. That's what she said.
I ain't see
Am
that.
I lying?
Where you see that at, Henry? I got
paperwork. Go pull the paperwork. Go pull the paperwork.
It's in the transcript.
Henry said she pulled the paperwork.
Go pull the paperwork and then hit me on IG and let me know. And if I'm wrong, we can come back live and you can tell me that I'm wrong.
Yeah,
I don't mind that. Well, I don't mind being wrong because I'm human. I make mistakes, but I know that that's what was supposedly what she was paid. That's why she got it.
Okay, so listen. Here's what we know. Here's what we know. What we know for a fact is this. Let's just deal with facts. Let's just deal with conjecture of people's opinion. A fact is that Tammy Collins was able to secure the life rights to Big Meech's story. That's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
Tammy Collins also had power of attorney over Big Meech. That's a fact. We know that, according to what we just read, 50 Cent didn't strike no deal until 2020. So the shit with Terry White, Cuffy, all this shit had happened years before. So
wait, doggy, wait a minute. There's another fact that we got to put in there.
The Frank's hearing?
Before all of it, no, forget that. Cuffy wrote him and told him about what was going on. Right.
Yeah.
So that goes in there too. That's a fact. So
let's talk about that. Let's talk about that, right? And here's why we're talking about it. Why we're talking about it, because in the middle of all this, we have a confirmed DEA federal informant who worked for the government and who agreed to continue to work for the government. And according to her own statement, she agreed to work for the government for what, DBE? This ain't no conjecture. This is fact.
That hoe was getting paid, man.
No, motherfucker. No. Mm-mm.
That hoe was benefit. Look at them. Hey, look.
No, hey, G, you thought you want to cuss me out and disrespect me?
I'm sorry, Dawgface. I gotta agree with him because she was being paid by the government and all this.
I get that. But when she transferred from the first DA agent who had her over to Keith Cromer, they approached her again and told her they wanted her to keep on working on their behalf and that their focus was going to be on taking down Mexican drug cartel members, right?
Right.
That's the plug. Now they're going for the plug.
Right.
This would keep Cromer presented to her. Now, she fired back. She didn't want no money. According to her own testimony, she wanted a sentence reduction for Big Meech.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
Okay, so then put 2 and 2 together. Then who out of all people will want you to get a sentence reduction?
Somebody you fucking.
Thank you. She want that pipe. You gotta get it now. I want it and I want it now. Get them home early. So it may be talking all kind of freaky to her ass on the phone.
So here's where all the convoluted. This is prior to Cuffy. Prior to
right? Hear me out, right? Okay, she asked Cromer for that, right? Cromer can't make no decisions.
Here we go with this shit.
And give her no answer back. He just said, I'll look into it. Cromer can't give her no deal. I'm like, well, okay, you do this. We gonna get Meech your time cut.
Hey, I didn't say that Cromer.
The agents in Detroit.
He's not this strong.
Well, I didn't say Special Agent Keith Cromer made the deal with her. I said that when Keith Cromer talked to her, reached out to her, and informed her that he would like her to keep on working for the DEA, and that the focus had switched to mid-level American drug dealers and had focused to the cartel, both Mexican nationals, aka cartel members. When he presented this deal to her, and she was already a paid informant at that particular point in time anyway. When he presented this to her, and he told her that he would she was going to continue to be a paid informant, she said she didn't want no money. She said she would do it in exchange for a time cut for Demetrius Flannery. Now you mean tell me you finna work hand in hand to set up Mexican drug cartel members? You finna put your life on the line. No money, but to free a motherfucker who in prison already.
That you just a pen pal with. And hold on, because with Cromer being a federal DEA agent, the DEA can go in there and talk and try to cut something out if they, they can. So he couldn't do it himself, but he could have pulled a few strings. You know what I'm saying? But
He had to run. He had to listen. They had a conversation. He told her, "Listen, we want you to continue to work for us in the capacity of a competition informant, and we want to switch our focus from rank and file drug dealers to Mexican nationals. That is code language for cartel members, right?
Yeah.
Which Suarez was a cartel member.
Yeah, she said, I don't want no money. I'll do it for you in exchange for a time cut for Demetrius Flannery. That is what she said she wanted. That's a fact.
So what she was a puppet. This hands down, she was a puppet. He signed his life rights over. And so anything he tell her on the phone, she can repeat.
Mm-hmm.
So here's
the paperwork he signed.
So let me
we all have attorney for every phone call.
Let me run this past you. Hold on, listen. So Big Meech don't know shit about Tammy Collins being a federal informant. He don't know shit about Terry White. He don't know nothing about she was fucking Blue Da Vinci. They met coincidentally.
You think he don't know about all that?
You know about all of that.
He don't know about all that.
No. We playing devil's advocate here. We saying that Big Meech, prior to Tammy Collins writing him, he hadn't heard about her, didn't know her, didn't none of that shit. And we're saying that when she started writing him, she never mentioned that she had been around any members of the mob. She just started writing him as a pen pal, and they became friends through pen pal. Meech didn't have no idea what her track record was. He didn't have no idea about her relationship with Blue Da Vinci for years. He had
because according to Blue, she reached out to Meech to try to get in touch with him, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't that what you said?
We're being devil's advocate.
Oh, we're being devil's advocate. I'm sorry, I forgot. Okay, yeah. Because she don't know nothing. He don't know nothing at all. He's oblivious.
Y'all know they make it on it.
No, listen. He don't know nothing. I'm on Demetrius Flannery side. I'm on Big Meech side. So Tammy Collins started writing me pen pal. I'm already in penitentiary, so I'm lonely. I'm somewhere in the Supermax, somewhere underground. I'm lonely, dick on swole. Woody on Woodlock. She sending me pictures and all kind of shit. That little snatch. You know how we do. We nigga sucker for love when he in that goddamn cell, right? So listen, a nigga ride a bulldog back when he in that cell. We don't give a fuck, right? Okay, so I got you. So Meech don't know nothing about Tammy Collins' relationship with Blue Da Vinci 2002, 2003, prior to the indictment. Nothing about that shit. Right? Meech don't know shit about Terry White getting set up by Tammy Collins, right? Meech don't know nothing about Keith Cromer telling Tammy Collins that he wanted when she was passed from one handler to her new handler, which is Keith Cromer. Meech don't know about none of that shit. And Meech don't know that Tammy Collins struck a deal to continue to be a federal informant in exchange for his freedom. So she made a deal with the devil to set up Mexican drug lords, cartel members that cut niggas' throats out and throw them on the ground. She made a deal that would have required her to put herself next to the most dangerous criminals on the planet. It don't get no more dangerous and violent than Mexican drug cartel members. They ain't playing no games. So this bitch agreed to put her life in jeopardy to knock niggas down for Big Meech's freedom.
Man, she can't play that. When you say devil advocate, what you saying is she was a Donnie Brasco. That means she got to get her own movie.
Oh, she definitely deserves her own series because that shit. Listen, it don't on the scale. See, Tammy Collins and that bitch run Rockefeller. What's the bitch name? Desiree Perez.
Yeah.
Them two bitches right there. Them stories is better than Griselda Blanco's story. Right? So let's say Meech don't know about. He don't know about Tammy's involvement with Blue Da Vinci. He doesn't know that she was around the mob. He doesn't know that she took down Terry White. He doesn't know that she was approached by the DEA to continue to work for them after Terry White got knocked down. When she was passed from one agent to another agent, they had a meeting, and the agent said, hey, I want you to continue to work for us. So Big Meech don't know nothing about, she entered into an agreement where she agreed to take down Mexican drug cartel members, not for money. She wasn't she wasn't concerned with any money. She did it. She agreed to it. They had a deal in exchange for Big Meech's freedom. Big Meech don't know that this bitch who he been pen pals with for 5, 6, 7 years. He don't have no clue that this bitch is finna work with the Mexican, work with the DEA to take down cartel members in exchange for his freedom. She ain't told him, I'm finna get you out this shit, baby.
That's hard to believe, though. I can't see it, bro. I can't see it being that cold. She ain't that cold of a bitch. Yeah, no.
You gotta remember, right? When she first got with Jack Harvey, remember Jack Harvey said
Jack Harvey was that's Jack Harvey that she was switched over to Keith Cromer. Jack Harvey said,
hold on, dog. Listen, remember when she got a nigga on the streets put her with Jack Harvey. Remember they said an ex-convict was the one who introduced her to Jack Harvey.
Well, listen, Blue Da Vinci, I know what you finna go, nigga. Blue Da Vinci. I know you finna come with that Blue Da Vinci shit.
No, I ain't saying Blue put her with Blue on home yet. Blue on home yet when she got with Jack Harvey.
Come on.
But it was somebody else on the streets that put her with Jack Harvey. So they like Meech put her up to do the line Terry White up. It was somebody else on the streets who the one that Jack Harvey dealt with.
Oh yeah, so
that I agree with because that didn't even make any sense. Once I saw ex-con, I was like, that theory goes out the window to everything because wasn't nobody home at that time. Everybody had just started getting locked up. People were locked up, and then people were still getting locked up by then. And by then, Meech and Blue was already locked up, so couldn't be either one of them. So it was somebody else. But Jack Harvey did say that she had a little skill to her, especially being that her ex-husband was a crackhead. Now he said it, he called that man a crack addict, and this is a crackhead himself. So she wasn't completely green to everything. She was a Goldman Sachs claims adjuster by day, and she was working them streets and working the polls, you know what I'm saying, and by night.
Tammy mingled in the streets. A lot of niggas in Atlanta know Tammy. It wasn't like she was just some green bitch and everybody like, no, this is just some worker. She don't know what's going on. Meech put her up. She was
so what they saying about it? What they saying about her? GBE? What they say about her? What the streets say about her? Let's see what the streets say.
Streets to this day in Atlanta fucking with her and vouching for her.
They still vouching for her out there in Atlanta?
Yeah, it's still niggas still.
I don't know why you telling.
Yeah, Atlanta taking another L.
Look at Munchie. Look at Munchie ass. Them ass tell you.
Still fucking with her?
No, we ain't.
They tried it over there. Atlanta, boy. Atlanta's so hot, boy. Boy, y'all need to get up out of there. Who in Atlanta right now? Y'all need to get out of there, man.
We not gonna have
in Atlanta, right?
Yeah, he down there. Yeah, he down there. He was south.
Oh man, GB.
Yeah, Cannon Road. He over there. He on there right now. Look at the wall back there. He okay right now. Hey, listen. So we not gonna have no motherfucking Atlanta slander going on here tonight.
Queen rat.
So listen, here's what we have to believe. So Big Meech didn't know that Tammy was involved with the mob.
Damn.
He didn't know that she was Blue Da Vinci's ex-bitch. He didn't know about Terry White, none of that shit about Terry White. He didn't know, he didn't know, well, he could have known who. He didn't know that Tammy knocked down Terry White single-handedly. In a sting, in a operation that the DEA officials said they had never seen somebody work with such proficiency and efficiency to take a motherfucker down. They had never had that much information provided to them to take down a motherfucker by a motherfucker who wasn't already a CI and a person who wasn't motivated by money.
Well, she wasn't motivated by money because she wasn't getting paid. She wasn't getting paid when she was with Jack Harvey. She didn't start getting paid till she got with Keith Cromer.
Did Meech know Terry White?
Yes, she know Terry White.
Does Meech know Terry White?
Oh.
Terry White was a major player. And everything in Atlanta, there's nothing that moved and shook in Atlanta that Meech didn't know. There was no major players that he was unaware of, bro. That was his city. That was his
Terry White. Terry White was a BMF.
No, he was not.
I don't know if Terry White was home when they remember Terry White caught the case that he snitched on the first time. He went away. Then he came home. I don't know what year he came home. I don't know if he came home after they fell in 2005 or what. Remember, Terry White went down like what in the night, sometime in the 90s on that first case he told on. And that's when he came home, they had the cartel supposed to drop the casket in the halfway house parking lot.
Man,
if I'm not mistaken, Terry White went down not too long after the first batch of BMF people got picked up. If I'm not mistaken, I can't remember the timeline neither for that, but I believe Meech was already locked up. No, he couldn't have, yeah, because it was after Meech was locked up because Terry White took Tammy to go visit Meech.
Yeah, the second time he went down, what was it 2010, 09, 2010 or something when Terry White went down that second time?
So Meech and Terry do have some kind of ties to each other, right?
They might have crossed paths in the streets. That would make sense. I mean, Terry was doing his thing and so was Meech. So it would be, real asinine to think that they didn't cross paths or have knowledge of one another.
Well, I can see now why they saying Big Meech is snitching. I mean, they saying it. That paperwork he signed to let her take over, that's some powerful paperwork. We don't know how powerful that paperwork is. And if she's working for the government and working for Big Meech, man, that's crazy. That's a fairy tale story right there, man. I just think, man, Big Meech kind of, man, let her do the talking while he did the walking.
So listen, let's be fair to Big Meech. So listen, because the subject of this conversation, it wasn't even really about the whole Cuffy situation, right?
Hold on, doggy. Did you just say be fair to Big Meech? You just said that.
Man,
look at the growth.
Big Meech,
that's growth right there.
I'm only doing dog. Big Meech introduced us together. You can't say that.
No. So here's what I'm saying. I don't give a fuck about nothing. I'm ignorant. So I'm saying this. I'm saying let's be fair to him. In order for us to believe, let's look at what we have to believe in order to give Big Meech a clean set of hands, right? So we would have to believe that Big Meech was unaware that Tammy Collins, not that she was fucking Blue Division, because that's not criminal. We would have to believe that Big Meech didn't know and wasn't in a position to know and was never told that Tammy Collins knocked down Terry White. We would have to believe that he did not know it, because if he did know she did and he still chose to deal with her, then that would mean that he's doing what?
Puppet master.
He harboring the rat if he knew.
That's what that would mean.
But see how taking that off the table, then that means that you would have to disregard everything that was told to you by Blue about the conversation they had, that he told him that Tammy was no good before the deal, and then found out after the deal, that Tammy was the one that was spearheading the project.
It couldn't have been before she got the Lyfe rights in 09. Blue ain't come home to 2011, 2012. She already had the Lyfe rights.
What year? Okay, listen. What year did Terry White get knocked down by Tammy Collins?
I want to say like 2010 or something. Around that time.
It's on the screen.
That says July 14th, 2009.
It's on the screen.
2009.
Right. So that's the same year that we're saying that Big Meech signed over a power of attorney and life rights to Tammy Collins?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Terry White get knocked down the same year that Tammy Collins knocked down. Terry White get knocked down the same year that Big Meech signs over his life rights and the power of attorney to Tammy Collins.
Somebody snitching.
And then immediately after all of that, that's when she's asking for a deal, or somewhere in there she's asking for a time cut for Meech, because that came after Terry White's fall.
What year did Keith Plummer meet Tammy Collins?
I don't think it ever stated what year they met. Remember, all they said was they was introduced that somebody on the streets put her with Jack Harvey.
What year did Jack Harvey get retired?
Jack Harvey turned her over when he retired to Keith Cromer.
Yeah.
What year did Jack Harvey, DEA agent Jack Harvey, retire?
Remember, she never worked again after she did the Terry White thing. It was a time lapse to when Jack Harvey, Cromer approached her about working doing the cartel. Remember, it was a time lapse, and that like soon as Terry White got locked up.
Okay, so hold on. Tammy became a confidential informant in 2009. That's when Terry White. That's when she was. Jack Harvey was her handler. 2011 is when Jack Harvey retired, and he introduced her to Keith Cromer in 2011. So that Lyfe rights being turned over in 2009, that's a little
Yeah, because she didn't do no work again until they met. Whenever her and Cromer met, probably was 2011. Then when
yeah, I'm looking at it because you done had me go and pull up my notes from when I was doing. No, you got to understand, GB. I did a whole series on Tammy Cowan's, breaking down all of this from her first husband to her second husband. So I got little notes, got little cheat sheets.
He was in the comments the whole time.
Was me and you going back and forth?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's why I tried to warn you.
I cursed you out.
Hell yeah. So
okay, wait a minute. Hold on. I gotta add. Did I tell you this? I didn't tell you. No, I didn't get derogatory with you, right?
No, we was just going back and forth, though.
It was friendly sparring.
Yeah, it wasn't no.
Oh, okay, because I was gonna apologize to you because
Man, don't apologize that thug ass criminal.
I like him because I can talk to him because we got listen. Me and him are doing an even exchange of information, and I like this when two people that we read the paperwork, doggy.
That nigga criminal. That nigga criminal.
We don't be mad because you can't read the paperwork.
That nigga criminal. That nigga is a criminal. Nobody ass that nigga. Sideways ass, Cleveland Avenue ass nigga down there, man. Country boy, neck bone, pork chop eating ass nigga.
I wouldn't take that if I was you, GB. I wouldn't take that.
Big Meech Meech again, man. Look, remember when he first came home? Doggy was the first nigga. Big Meech home, doggy nuts. Listen, don't act like you on Team Big Meech.
Who? What you say? I was on his ass. Oh, bam.
When he first came home, you know you was Team Meech when he first dropped. That first thing he came home.
Bro, you a motherfucking lie. Hey, listen, first of all, watch this. I was taught back on my block that you don't ride on nobody's jock. For anything he do, fuck him and his crew. Unless you was getting
I can clarify something for y'all. How Tammy got in touch with Fidel Suarez is Fidel called Tammy because Tammy was the go-between for people who wanted to get in touch with Meech. So Fidel called Tammy to get in touch with Meech, and Meech confirmed who Fidel was to her.
Yes.
Yeah, that's correct.
And how did Fidel Suarez meet Cuffy? It was through Tammy Colin.
Tammy.
Yes. What year was that, Henny? 2000 what?
That's like 12 or something.
That's like 2012, yeah.
Yes. So Big Meech told Tammy Collins to put Fidel Suarez in contact with Allegedly, Big Meech told Tammy Collins plug Cuffy up with Fidel Suarez.
Well, what happened was Fidel was looking for somebody to buy pills. And so Tammy called Cuffy and took Cuffy to Fidel. In the meantime, Cromer is listening in on all of this.
Okay, so here's the question.
Can't leave out the park because Cromer was in the car.
You ain't getting away.
Yeah. He was in the car and it was on the speaker. It was on the
He won't lining them up. They was fucking, so Cromer happened to be in the car.
Okay, so watch this. Hold listen.
Well, Cromer wasn't the criminal. He was the agent.
Whoa. How did so you telling me that Tammy fucking Keith Cromer, they in the car together riding when Fidel Suarez called her and said, "Hey, I got these pills. Who want them?"
He asked her, did she know anybody?
Did she know anybody?
Okay, so my question to you is this. How did Tammy Collins know to put Suarez in contact? How did Tammy Collins know Suarez to even be calling her?
Because Suarez called her because she was the person to call to get in touch with Meech. So he called her to get in touch with Meech.
How did Fidel Suarez, a Mexican cartel member,
because they were talking after that.
How did Suarez know who the fuck Tammy Collins was? What I'm asking you.
When the county, remember Suarez beat his
obviously through Meech. Shit.
And when Meech gave him the information, if you wanted to get in contact with me, you got to go through Tammy. Remember, Tammy was the
right. Okay, yeah, but what I'm saying is, so listen.
He's saying, how did Fidel know that she would help him get rid of the pills?
So how did Fidel Suarez make the acquaintance of Tammy Collins? Who plugged her with him?
Man, he probably met her in the streets, man. She was a little pass around.
No.
Remember Suarez started hitting her up. Suarez sent pictures of himself to Tammy.
Yeah.
He was to identify himself when he was trying to get in contact with Meech.
Right.
And so Meech told Tammy
who Fidel was.
Because it was known, because at this particular point in time, she's in control of everything Big Meech, right?
So he was hustling the whole time he was in there, man. We keep sitting here playing these games. Listen, the man got to put a play together to help down bad.
Hold on. You muffled. I hear you.
I said Meech was making moves the whole time he was in there. Cuffy was bad, needed some help. He tried to help Cuffy out. Cuffy ripped the damn man off. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you good.
You good as motherfucker.
Shit. We trying to see where you going.
Yeah.
That's why
I know where he going.
If he was gonna line Cuffy up, they would have lined him up when that first deal went through that Cuffy beat Suarez on. So if they was gonna do a lineup, you would have got busted right then and there if they was lining you up. Nigga, you ran off on the plug. You waited after you ran off. Suarez called snapping, asking Tammy about Cuffy, saying that Cuffy beat him. And he ain't answering the phone. He couldn't get in contact with him. Months went by. Cuffy hits Tammy up again, asking, "Do she know anybody else that can front him something?" That's how the Agent Martinez situation came around. It was never no arrest for the Suarez situation. When Suarez was even calling Tammy that time when she was in the car with Chroma again, when he got the truck delivered up there to St. Louis to Cuffy on the load that Cuffy bucked on, and he kept saying, "Yo, Cuffy playing games. He ain't answering the phone. I got a truck sitting up there."
Yeah.
Okay. So my question is, I'm gonna ask you again. I know you know, GBE. Who told Fidel Suarez about Cuffy?
Tammy.
Tammy
together.
Tammy did that.
And whose behest?
What?
Remember, her and Cuff was already dealing with each other before the Suarez situation on trying to get the movie deal done.
I remember that. Right.
Started going with Cuffy into.
So how did?
But she was introduced to Cuffy through Meech for that deal.
How did Tammy meet Cuffy?
Through Meech.
Through Meech.
How did Tammy meet Fidel Suarez?
Through Meech.
So you telling me Tammy Collins is out busting jugs on her own and put niggas together, and Meech don't know nothing about it?
I'm telling you, man, that's a fairy tale story. I've been saying it the whole time, man. You know, even a woman needs direction when it comes to selling some dope, man.
So let me ask you another question. Watch this. So let's fast forward to. So listen, we know that Cuffy wasn't found guilty of anything involved in this.
We know we're not gonna say not guilty. Cuffy was never charged.
Listen. Listen.
Never charged, dog.
So what was the Franks hearing about? The Franks hearing. Okay, now what is the Franks hearing? GBE. What
the
is
Franks hearing motion was about? They was trying to get to the bottom of how the wiretap started. How did the feds get on Cuffy? And that's how the whole situation went back from the Tammy to Keith Chrome and everything. They were trying to lead up. How did y'all get this evidence? How did y'all get on this wire? How did y'all get the wire tap and everything?
A Franks hearing is a hearing that is designed to challenge.
Hold on, I'm not to cut you off. Remember, the Franks motion hearing actually came about because when they found out that Tammy was the CI, Tammy called Cuff's lawyer and told him that she was sleeping with Chroma. That's what.
Right. I was gonna say that. Like you forgetting the Franks hearing came about because she was sleeping with Chroma.
That's why
the Franks hearing was granted. A Franks hearing is a hearing to gather information to justify why a wiretap was given or authorized. So the Franks hearing is a fact-finding hearing to see if the wiretap that was used to gather evidence that led to him being arrested in total, period, was justifiable. And that Franks hearing was granted because Tammy Collins contacted Cuffy's attorney and said, "Hey, I was sleeping with Creep Comer." And what else did she say, GBE?
That he's lying that she wasn't the CI, that they were sleeping together and he was overhearing conversation.
Okay.
Putting it in the paper. Yeah, remember, Chrome was doing a lot of shady shit. He was.
Okay. Do we think DEA?
He was a dirty cop.
He's a dirty agent.
Her paid for stuff for work that cases she wasn't even involved with.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. So listen, here's what I'm asking you. So Tammy Collins, how the Franks hearing even was granted, or why it was granted, because Tammy Collins was frustrated that the DEA had exposed her as a confidential informant, and she was mad, angry, and frustrated. And she said that she contacted Meech, and it was a conversation with Meech, and Meech told her, "Bitch, you better clean that up, because you can't."
You didn't say that, dog. You putting words in his mouth. We ain't doing that, dog. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. We
what did she say? He said. What did she say? He said.
Facts. Listen.
What did she say? He said.
Remember, she tried to go see him. She never got to see him.
He refused to see her, but they wrote though. They wrote.
Oh, they got on the phone. That's what they said. She claimed they got on the phone. They don't know right.
Now she claimed.
Listen, yes, she claims. Listen, she claims they got on the phone.
Listen. So she also claimed. So why in the fuck would Tammy Collins blow up the Fed's case against Cuffy by admitting and acknowledging that she was sleeping with a federal agent involved with the case? They said she did it. No, they said she did it. No. They said she did it because they had exposed her and put it in the paperwork.
Put her in the paperwork, put her information out there. And that's how people found out that she was
her
snitching.
Job. People was calling her job and threatening her. And motherfuckers in the streets of Atlanta was threatening her because she had been exposed.
Atlanta, nigga. That was St. Louis. We gonna keep this
No, it was St. Louis, doggy, because it was covered. It was allegedly.
We sticking to
Cuffy
facts,
people.
dog.
What she said was she went in there and alleged that Cuffy Peoples was calling her and threatening her.
Right, that's true. Okay, so listen, how did Cuffy people know that she was CSI?
Because it came out in that paperwork.
Documents. They put it in the court documents. So when they got discovery, they said, "Oh, bitch, you a rat." So now Cuffy is saying, "Hey, Meech."
Rewind, hold on, rewind. Because listen, right? If Meech, and this is another thing that everybody keep trying to glance over. If Meech was in on it, why was she trying to explain to Meech and say that the paperwork was a lie and she wasn't a guy? If I'm in on it and I got you lining people up, you don't need to explain nothing to me and say that, hey, this is a lie. I ain't do this.
Right.
If I'm in on it and I put the play up, what is you trying to come see me and explain to me that this paperwork is a lie and you not this guy, that they lying on you?
Yeah, but like you just said, allegedly, that's what she said she did.
Well, and I'm gonna say this: if that's the, but it's more to it than just that, because putting her in the case as a CI exposes her for all the stuff that she has been involved in, which means that he would have found out just how deep she ran. So yeah, I ain't no snitch.
So
if I'm doing what you told me to do,
no.
If you tell me to go out here on a dummy mission and I'm out here doing dummy missions on my own, and I don't want you to know that I'm doing them dummy missions, I'm going to try to cover up them dummy missions. I don't want you to know.
Well, what card did she play? Was she a civilian card?
Man, we sounded like
we don't know what she tried to play the civilian card. I assume.
Let me ask you a question. In the Franks hearing, here's a question. In the Franks hearing, when they were challenging, listen, the Franks hearing was because they was challenging the affidavit that Keith Cromer had obtained from Tammy Collins. Tammy Collins had said the shit that was in the affidavit wasn't true. She told Cuffy's lawyers the shit that they wrote.
What? That's what she was telling me.
Yes.
She was denying the affidavit, not the snitching stuff. You absolutely right, doggy. That's what she was denying, because in that affidavit, she told Cromer that Meech, Cuffy, and Fidel was all in a deal together to possess and distribute narcotics. That's what she said in that affidavit. So yeah, she was copping pleas with Meech to say that's not what she said. That affidavit is wrong. Not that she wasn't a rat. You absolutely right, doggy.
So listen, here's the question. So at the Franks hearing, it comes out. Nobody knew this. At the Franks hearing, in a matter of discovery, they found out that Tammy Collins said that she was working on behalf of Big Meech to line Fidel Suarez up with Cuffy. That's what it said, GBE. So when Cuffy got that, that's what prompted Cuffy to shoot a letter to Meech and say, hey.
Cuffy want Meech to come. That's like I told you earlier. Cuffy wanted Meech, like, let's say all four of us get caught. And you be like, hey, GB, they got us. Come from around the car. They got us. Nigga, I'm not about to come to court for you. Nigga, what the hell y'all look like? Say,
they got us, man.
Okay.
Hell no, they got us, man. Fuck it. Come on.
But listen. So what Cuffy wanted Meech to answer to.
No, he wanted Meech to come to court on his behalf.
No. Hey, listen, hold on.
He wanted Meech.
Hold on now, bro. Freeze frame. Cuffy wrote Meech a letter. It didn't say nothing about coming to court.
Right.
The letter was, are you aware of the fact that this female that I discovered at this hearing, this female said that you set me and Fidel Castro in motion for the purposes of getting us knocked down to get you a time cut.
Right.
Because we know that she already agreed to continue to work for the government, not for money, but for a time cut.
How long? How much of a time cut did he get?
From the court to clear it up. Remember, he got
none because it didn't go through. The indictment blew up because Tammy Collins was like Lil Woody. She blew the goddamn indictment up because she got mad because the DA exposed her and put her name in the documents when they promised her they wouldn't. So now she's being threatened at her job, and everybody in the world knows she's hot. So my question is, when so GBE is saying, well, in order for Meech to even acknowledge this shit, it's the same thing as putting himself in the blender. So listen, Cuffy sent a letter, a certified letter through his lawyer, through legal mail, saying, hey, bro, nigga, it wasn't no regular letter, nigga. He sent it to his lawyer.
I said, I'm not, if I'm Meech, I wouldn't have responded either. I'm not.
Okay, I get you on that. So listen, upon discovery of what's being said in the Frakes hearing, it comes out, wait a minute, this bitch say that they secured the wiretap because of the affidavit that Keith Cromer got from Tammy. That affidavit said that Big Meech lined all this shit up.
Yep.
And then when that came
out, Meech put the drug deal together.
Hey, that's what they said. That's what it said. Now listen, there was never a affidavit where she refuted or took back her statement, because don't forget, it was never certified, it was never submitted. So there is no competing affidavit where one's thing, the only affidavit still standing in the court of law is the affidavit where she said that Big Meech put the whole play together, right or wrong.
Yeah, he got on the stand and said that wasn't true. But why they ain't charged with perjury then?
Couldn't.
She get on the stand, she lied on. When you do an affidavit, you were sworn under oath.
Hey, listen. Oh, so
listen, you under oath.
Why she wasn't charged with perjury? Because it was never a second affidavit. It was never a second affidavit. She wrote it out by hand on a napkin. She never submitted it. You have to submit that to the clerk, and it had to be stamped and assigned to the docket number in order for it to be considered a legal document. She never signed another affidavit. It was never submitted. Where she contradicted what she said in the first one to this day. So she wouldn't have been she got on the stand and said. So your question is, well, she got on the stand and she contradicted what she wrote in the first affidavit, right?
Still perjury though, because
wait a minute. She's saying she was coerced to do that by a DEA agent. So in order, so if you're gonna charge her, then you get into a convoluted process where you arguing semantics about who did what. Now you get to a DEA agent. And if you challenge the DEA agent, you really destroy everything, and you bring all kind of other shit into the situation.
Oh, man.
So listen, here's my whole thing. Let's move forward. So we've haggled that. So now what we have now is on January 16th, 50 Cent is releasing part 2 of a documentary in which Big Meech's brother Southwest T is featured. In the promo clip, this is what he says. This is what he says in the promo clip. I gotta go back to mine because mine is the best one. This is what he says in the promo clip. Tell me what the fuck is this? And what the fuck is Southwest T's point?
There ain't no other crew like this in the world and never will be another.
You might have heard of me, but you never seen me. My name is Terry Flannery, and this is my story.
I woke up in beast mode.
We come from nothing. Family is everything. I knew what I signed up for. We brought the structure, so we no accidents. But Meech brought the heat to me.
Bounce back.
What the fuck was he thinking about?
They weren't being influenced by the culture. They were the culture.
I always cleaned up his mess, but in my mind, we going to prison.
This is it. Terry's going to flip on it. And we're going to be able to put Demetrius away for the rest of his life.
Oh, wow.
We know that's not true.
Either way it go, GB motherfucking E, that is not a good look because that is at the least it is him shifting blame for the fall of BMF from where everybody attaches it to or assigns it to. They assign it to him getting knocked, him being on wiretaps talking about drug transactions. That's what everybody is assigning it to. He is pushing back against that. He's saying that I wouldn't have been hot to begin with had it not been for my brother publicizing the fact that we were a drug organization.
No, he got hot for being part of the TV Dick academic congregation. That's the Tender Dick congregation because he was fucking with Tonisha and her husband, the one who started the indictment.
You're gonna have to explain that, brother. So you way over here now. How the fuck we get on Tonisha, bro?
Because her husband, that's why the indictment starts back from 1990. Harold Mills, the one who started the indictment. Remember, Terry and it was they was dealing with Tonisha's husband. Tonisha's husband gets locked up. He tells Terry to look out for her. Terry starts dealing with her, basically on some Scarface movie. And then once he finds out or whatever, when he's locked up, he gets the telling on them. They been hot. They indictment go back from 1990. Y'all niggas been hot. Even in 03, when they was trying to get a warrant for the White House, which was in Lithonia, they already said Terry name went back from 1990, been in 22 different DEA case files.
Now, when you say 22 different DEA case files, you're not saying that he was an informant. No, you just saying his name was mentioned.
Your name been coming up being as a known drug trafficker with ties to St. Louis. What is it? With ties to St. Louis, Atlanta, Detroit, and LA. Mm-hmm. You've been hot.
So you're saying
on the phone, and when they finally got the because remember they tried. I was telling you earlier, they tried to get a warrant to hit the White House. The judge denied it. He didn't let them get it. But then once the Wolf murder happened, they end up getting the warrant, which was on 11/17/03. They ended up getting the warrant to go in the White House. And when they went in the White House, every goddamn ledger they found in there belonged to Terry. That's which led to Playboy and Pig getting tore off with the 9 bricks. All on the phone, it had everything from phones, paying for this, his house getting paid for, cars, all of that belonged to Terry. Nothing belonged to me.
And those ledgers that they found in Terry's was what they found in Meech's house as well when they raided it.
No, the house. That's what I'm talking about. That house.
Yeah.
That's the house that they found in there. All of that was Terry's stuff. That everything, them ledgers they found in the White House belonged to Terry. Belonged to 263.
Terry and Meech had separated by then, though, because Terry was in California and Meech was in Atlanta, and they got Terry first, and they got Terry's ledger. Yeah,
White House, Georgia.
But they got ledgers from Terry first, and that's how they knew when they seen them ledgers at Meech's over there in the White House. They knew what they were because they had already got them from Terry.
Yeah.
It's where everybody keep getting confused. The White House was Terry's house. Meech was just saying here that the White House was in Tonisha, and that's why when they tried to get the warrant a couple months earlier to go to raid the house, the house was in Tonisha. Her name was already. files too. So that's how they knew that her and Terry had a house that they bought in LA. They already knew all of this. So the Wolf, they ain't separate yet. The separation happened after the Wolf incident happened.
Okay, the White House is in Atlanta.
Was in Atlanta, in Lithonia.
Okay, so listen.
That was Terry's house.
Okay, so listen. Terry was not in the house when the indictment came down. It was Meech was.
No, this 03, doggy. They didn't file the 05. The reason they ended up getting the warrant to go in the White House, they were trying to find the guns related to the Wolf shooting.
Right.
Okay.
But they was trying to get a warrant months before to rape drugs, but the judge didn't grant the warrant. That's how they already did the research. They knew the house was in Tony's name. That's when they said that Terry's name had already been in 22 different DEA case files, and that's when like he's a known drug trafficker.
Okay.
All this was already established. But when they went in there into the White House, all the ledgers they found in there belonged to Terry. That's how everybody.
So Terry wasn't there though.
No, he wasn't there.
Meech
that's what they got. It led to all the wiretaps in there. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. That's what led to the wiretaps and all that. All your stuff was in there. You the one writing shit down. Never write nothing down.
Man, yeah. Meech ain't never write nothing down. Terry thought he was goddamn Albert Einstein.
So, you just heard what he said in the trailer to the documentary. He just said that it was Meech's fault.
How?
I think it's his fault. He the one on the phones. You got 50 damn phones. You on the phone running your mouth. You got these niggas calling you boss. Yes, sir.
All of those shit.
You got them. You want to do all of this, nigga. Stay off the phone. What you need a phone for?
Man,
they ran more wire on Terry than Verizon.
They had 2,000 hours, man, of fucking wiretaps on him.
Man, that nigga was burnt. That nigga was cooked. He was on fire, man. Every nigga in Atlanta balling. They couldn't see between that shit and see goddamn Meech was balling like he was. Everybody looked like that at that time. That's 08. What that was?
05.
When they get popped.
They
were balling. It was going down in Atlanta. But everybody was looking like that. Even Gucci Man was looking like that. Everybody was looking like that.
I can't say he made them hot, man. The phones, they never had nothing on Meech.
Man, everybody was looking like that, man.
Even when
Atlanta was a black mecca.
First got picked up, they was granted bonds when they first got picked up in 05. But the U.S. attorney appealed it, so they couldn't get out. But the Judge Avery Corn even said it. So I can't say that you selling drugs. I can just say your lifestyle. You live in an extravagant lifestyle.
He couldn't say it, man. And then the man was pushing Jeezy at 05.
They had everything on Terry.
Man, Terry had nothing going on. Terry was laid up with his boo, man. Meech was down there, man, acting like what you look like when you act like a rapper. Nigga down there acting like a rapper, man. He got the hottest rapper with him. Now, you know what Jesus was doing in 05? Streets were going fire, going crazy. Everything Jesus said, everything Jesus touched, it was burnt, man. They were balling. It could have been rap money. Man, Terry, man, I don't know where you get your money from. Terry just walk out. He boring. Walk out the front lawn and shit. Go get his newspaper, go back in the house. That nigga, he looked like that.
On the phone so much. The nigga ain't had nothing going on.
Man, exactly, man. Or the nigga ain't got nothing going on. He ride that phone. You sure ain't lying. That's just like a nigga in prison. He was in his own prison.
So y'all telling me that are y'all saying, I mean, how much I'm hearing this shit right? So y'all saying that Big Meech didn't play no role in making them hot based on what he was doing in terms of basically acknowledging and admitting to the public. Don't forget Cavario said.
I don't agree with that.
Don't forget Cavario said that Big Meech wanted him to put him in the motherfucking Don's Diva magazine as the biggest drug dealer.
No, man, that nigga lying.
Record label, man, for the BMF record label.
The biggest record label, yeah, that was the record, the music shit
that came from the streets. They're still doing it, and we got the record label going.
It came from
everybody keep telling about the billboard. The billboard say 1-800.
Cavario said,
but wait, the thing is, Everybody knew about Meech before they got it. Everybody. I mean, I was in Florida during that time, and we knew about BMF. They would come into them strip clubs and they would make it blizzard snow in there with the money they was throwing up in them clubs. Everybody loved when they came to town. So that flashy lifestyle is definitely going to put an eye on you. So while I don't think that Meech directly like called the police or had this incident right here. No, but you brought eyes and attention to you, and what y'all was doing, which caused them to start digging. Even though I heard what you said about the whole Tonisha thing and all of that, but you can't be that flashy and that brazen and that bold and not catch the attention of at least local law enforcement, if not the feds.
At that time, yes, you could.
Blended in Atlanta, they blended in.
At that time, it was blended in. That's what I'm saying, GB.
Hey, listen, ain't that much blended in the motherfucking world? I think it was the king.
No, you got sports teams in there.
Hey,
Munchie.
Hey,
Munchie.
Do you want to know where I was at in 05? Do you want to know where I was at in 05?
Where you at,
Where was you at in 05?
I was in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, nigga. We were driving to Atlanta every weekend, 3 hours away, and we were going down there and fuck with them boys. Hey, that was my heyday. That was my drug dealing days. We all were blended in. I got out of high school. Hey, look here. I got out of high school 01, man. My first job was 150 pounds of Mexican weed, popcorn. That's my first job. Yeah, my first job I ever had. 150 pounds of weed. Man,
you got all these Negroes driving in these foreign cars.
Everybody had that shit. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
They mobbing out there.
Atlanta wasn't land like that back then, bro.
Yeah, you crazy, man. Everybody had that shit, man. Gucci had that shit. T.I., Carlos, Born Home, Carl, everybody.
That was after them,
rapping. Everybody was doing it, man. Hey, guess who else? Guess who else was down that motherfucker? Guess who was down that motherfucker?
New York niggas.
Puff Daddy.
Yeah,
goddamn, them niggas shaking ass down there, motherfucker, shaking hands with them people. Guess who else was down there? Fabuloso, Cameron. Yeah, that song, like it or not. Everybody was in the strip club. Atlanta was the hottest place on earth at that moment, man.
The party city. That's why a lot of people was attracted to Atlanta, because you can blend in.
Yeah, it was easy. It was easy, man. My sister moved down. I was going down there messing with her. Man, they were popping all the girls I went to high school with. We'd have met these BMF niggas. That's all I remember. I'm from Memphis.
But you hear what you saying? Up and down, everywhere, everybody knew about BMF. That's what I'm saying.
But they didn't know what we didn't know they were the cocaine cowboys of
exactly.
the world. We didn't know that
proving
shit.
My point. You are proving my point right there. Because they're drawing that attention and everybody's knowing BMF, but they don't know what they're doing, which is going to put eyes and investigations on people because they don't know where this money is coming from.
Yeah,
they don't know how they get all of this.
They had a mirage. The mirage of where it was coming from. It was coming from the music.
But the record label wasn't making that money. Jeezy never signed to BMF.
Jeezy never signed to BMF.
But he was the BMF. But he was the BMF mascot.
And ain't no. If it weren't for Meech, it wouldn't be no Jeezy.
Man, we wouldn't even know who the hell. Hey, them niggas was. I didn't know who they was until Jeezy stepped up. They had their group with Slick Puller and all. Not before Slick Puller, with the one with Puff Daddy had set up with Jeezy.
Oh, Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood. They had Boys in the Hood and what that nigga name? Block. What that nigga name?
Big
man,
Block.
when them niggas came out and they had Jeezy in them, and they like, man, we can't sign the nigga. Why we can't sign the nigga? Man, he run with BMF. Them niggas having money already. They ain't worried about no $50,000, $100,000 deal. They were laughing at this shit. Niggas are rich, man. Atlanta was the hottest place on earth. I was there, man. I seen it with my own eyes. She was the hottest place I ever seen, man.
Tammy Collins is going to say something in this documentary.
I believe so.
Are we? So what do we need? So is this the documentary that 50 Cent promised us we was gonna have?
No.
He ain't promised shit because he said he was done with this shit.
Nah, he said coming soon. When he first started with this Tammy Colin stuff, he said coming soon. So that's how we all started pulling up the paperwork and everybody's reading court docs, including myself. I ain't, gonna leave me out of there because 50 put eyes back on the situation. And he was supposed to be having this Tammy Cohen's documentary that was coming. So now if he just skipped over the Tammy Cohen's documentary and go straight to Terry, this is not the documentary that he said was coming soon. he just jumped right over that. And honestly, I feel like he owes us that documentary because there was a lot of allegations and a lot of dropping and leaking of Tammy. Because remember, he had the audio of Tammy saying all of, this is what happened and that. So you gotta give us that documentary because we're not gonna forget. I'm not gonna forget.
Hey, listen. Anything short of
do that and got to file for bankruptcy again.
Hey,
no proof.
Hey, GBE. Donald Trump filed for bankruptcy 25 times.
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm saying he don't want to go through that again.
Your president that you voted for, country boy.
I voted for Trump both terms, man.
Yes, I know. I
even voted for him when he lost.
GBE half Mexican. He half Mexican.
Me too, GBE, man. I vote for that nigga too, man.
I voted for him.
I feel like this, even if Tammy gets a part in here where she's speaking, it's still not going to be what he said. Okay. And yeah, true indeed. You could say there's a lot of speculation, but that's why documentaries have those riot act statements before anything even starts. So legally, he would be protected if he puts in there, this is the story of Tammy Cohen told from her perspective, and these are her truths, which would separate him. And he has a legal team that would separate him from it. So that's not even an issue. You owe us that documentary. A piece of her talking is not going to cut it because there's a whole story here that needs some untangling because it gets real tricky when you start getting into the 2010, 11, 12s of this whole story where Meech is tangled up all inside of it. You can't get around that. He's a part of this. He's actively in communication with Tammy on paper through omissions and all of that. It's there. So if you were going to give us that, give us that. I mean, I want to hear Terry's side. Don't get it twisted. I want to hear it. But you owe us that.
Yeah, Terry's side of the story does not say Big Meech is a rat. So if we're looking, if what we're going to see is as advertised in the trailer, that don't have nothing to do with Tammy Collins. So I'm saying that Tammy Collins was brought into it because she commented on 50 Cent's post. She's in the comments. She's in the comments on 50 Cent's post.
Right.
Man, we can't believe shit Tammy say, man.
Nah, man, she a finesse king, man. She definitely a Donnie Brasco.
Can't believe shit she say. You got to take whatever she say with a grain of salt. You can't really, her word is not law.
Well, truth be told, nobody's word is law in this situation.
This whole thing is a bunch of crazy shit, right? Ain't nobody word law in this motherfucker. You gotta show and prove. If he don't show and prove,
seen that yet to say, listen, it's nigga bold.
Hey, listen. What Cuffy is saying may be true, but
man,
you
country ass nigga.
Hold on now. But you gotta prove it. You can't just pop at no nigga like that and call no nigga no rat without proving it. You got to show documentation. And then 50 said he had it.
Right.
He said he had to prove. So if you said you had to prove, you got to show it. We can't nail no nigga to the cross on Tammy Collins' word alone. Right here. Look here, right here.
Crime Entertainment.
Hold on. Here she go right here. This is her comment right here. She commented on it. So this is leading us to believe, she says, Meech knew exactly what he was doing. Now that things have come to light, he's trying to step back and hide his hand. Terry was unaware of any of it and played no part in it, right?
Played no part in the snitching.
Yes.
Why would I have to say that? Nobody never accused.
No, anybody say Terry, nobody Terry.
Because I told you, they're trying to disassociate Terry.
Terry did some whole shit himself, though. Nigga, when you got pulled over with the jury and got them in the fake IDs, you tell the fucking fans, I got the fake IDs because of my brother Demetrius. He did all types of shit.
We say what now?
I got these fake IDs because of my brother Demetrius. He be getting in all types of shit in the situation that happened in the landing. What? Nigga, just take your charge for the fake IDs in the jury. He the reason. He come out, Meech the reason he got tore off. Nigga, you got Damon Thomas locked up and Jacob the Judah locked up.
Explain that to us. How did that happen?
Which is Kim Kardashian's first husband. He sent him to try to claim the jewelry that they got confiscated. With doing that, he brought Jacob in it because then he like, I got the jewelry from Jacob the jeweler. They tried to fix up little fake documents to show that the jewels was rented from Jacob and everything. That's how Jacob and Damon got indicted. Jacob didn't tell. Damon Thomas told though, and Damon Thomas is actually cousin. So a lot of shit that nigga Southwest T was doing, that shit ain't no. That's some bold shit he did. What you telling the people about your brother for? You talking about he got you hot, but you telling the people you got fake IDs because of him. You don't want to be caught up in what he got going on. That's documented.
That nigga was fraud too, man.
That's documented.
Hey, Wade. Hey, Crime and Entertainment, Wade. I'm finna send you this link, Wade. Join this conversation. This is Crime and Entertainment.
Yeah, that's my boy Wade, man.
I like Wade.
We go. Hey, Wade, I'm finna send you this link. I'm gonna send you this link, Wade. Hold on.
Convert you and Henny back over, dog. We're gonna after we get done with this tonight.
Yeah.
Wait, what did he say?
So we're gonna convert you and Doggy back over, back to Team Meech.
You're not converting me.
Hey, Wade. They go to the link right there, Wade. Hey, Wade, they go to the link right there, Wade. Come on, join this conversation, Wade. They go to the link right there, Wade. Come on up here and talk to us. For those who don't know, Crime and Entertainment is one of the dopest crime and entertainment podcasts out there.
Absolutely.
Hey, come on, Wade, where you at?
And Wade just interviewed the DEA agents from St. Louis about the Cuffy.
Well, first of all, hey, listen, we already dealt with that shit a couple of months ago. We ain't taking no motherfucking DEA agent's word about a motherfucking thing. About GB, you lost your ever-loving man.
How we taking Tammy word then?
We ain't taking her word for shit. She gotta prove it.
All right, okay.
We said she gotta prove it.
Okay, we're just making sure.
That hoe gotta prove it. That hoe got to prove it. And proving it is send us your letters. Listen, shit unequivocally, beyond a shadow of a doubt. It's gonna always be doubt in this shit. Send us the letters or the correspondence between you and Big Meech, wherein which he is acknowledging, or you are state whether he acknowledges or not, whether you are telling him what's going on.
And we know she recorded phone calls. She was recording all of her and Terry White phone calls, so we know she got to have some recorded phone calls with it.
Well. Look who we have here.
Wade.
If it ain't on
Wade.
What's going on?
Himself. So wait, I want to introduce you to my man, CEO King Munchie.
What's up, dog?
Yeah,
What's up, man?
What's going on, man?
He's one of the most scoundrels. He's a scoundrel like me, Wade. King Munchie is a scoundrel like me. So don't expect to hear nothing but scoundrel activity going on here.
That's it.
Hollywood Wade, don't make me call DC Black up here.
Hey, first off, congratulations on your award you got the other day. Congratulations for that.
You saw that, Wade?
I did. I keep up with you.
When a white person
crazy.
When a white person congratulates a black person in this political climate.
Hey, when respect is due, respect is due. That's all.
Yes, it is, sir. Hollywood Wade, did you see the trailer? Do you need me to show it to you, or did you show it?
I seen the trailer. Okay. And I'm looking forward to it.
So you're looking for? Why are you looking forward to it?
Because we've never really heard very much from Terry's side, right? We've heard countless documentaries and stuff on Meech, and a lot of stuff has been pointed out as, Terry was the one that really had all the stuff against him in the case. As loud and as upfront and as mainstream as Meech was with the billboards and all that, there really wasn't a lot of shit on Meech, as y'all well know. The bulk of the stuff on as far as like recordings, that was on Terry, but we've yet to hear Terry say anything about this. And he got out a year before Meech.
Yep, a
so
little early.
I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what he's got to say. But the young lady that was speaking earlier, I agree that we're still owed something on this Tammy situation because that was what we were promised. I don't think we're gonna get that with this.
Right.
So when you seen, did you see Tammy comment? She commented twice.
Yes.
Okay. So that is why we are. That's why we are merging, because what we saw in the trailer has nothing to do with Tammy. It's just T's side of things, right? So that has nothing to do with Tammy whatsoever. The reason why we are bringing Tammy to this conversation is because of her comments where she mentioned Terry, and she mentioned that Terry had nothing to do with it whatsoever. What the fuck does that got to do with this?
Exactly. And 50's too smart to do that anyway. If you got two stories to tell, right? You got Terry's story, and then you got Tammy's story. That's double the money, double the revenue, double the profits, double everything. 50 is about money, so he's not going to combine that anyway. That's
You're right. You're right about
correct.
that.
So whatever, if he does do something with Tammy, it will be totally different. But Tammy could also be trying to hype what she's got coming. So that's another way you got to look at it.
That's true.
So, Hollywood Wade, it's been a while since we had a conversation, brother. And we've had some epic battles on the subject of third-party cooperation.
Right.
You had the opportunity to do more research and talk to more people. We went over this shit ad nauseum, brother. I don't think we got to rehash this shit because I think it'd be pointless at this point. Does 50 Cent have to come with it? Does he have to come with proof and evidence from Tammy? Is he trying to sell this as the documentary that we've been waiting on for the last 8 months?
I don't know if that's what he's trying to do, but I think that's what's happening because he hyped it up so much with Tammy and the fallout from Meech. Like we all know when 50 has beef with somebody, he goes global, right? He's going to annihilate him from the ground up.
He go nuclear.
And what a better way to annihilate somebody that until that time, everybody assumed or thought, at least to my knowledge, insiders may have known different, that Meech was the epitome of somebody that stood on business and didn't rat. You destroy that takes all his credibility away. So that would be what you would want to attack. Now, and obviously, we had this discussion. I voiced my thoughts. And what could have happened here is he could have bought what Tammy sold. And now he's turned out to maybe understand it's not as true. And I mean, but I could be wrong with that. He could be biding his time. He could be getting the money from the Terry thing. And then he's going to do the Tammy situation later. But the one thing, and I actually just cut a podcast with Pete earlier today. We were discussing the stuff in Venezuela. Right. And Pete brought up a very good point. He said the one thing that will end all of this accusations on Meech, right? In order to file a Frank's hearing, you have to have a copy of the wiretap application. Cuffy has that. And I've actually spoken with Cuff twice from prison, and we text. The last text that I sent to Cuffy, I asked him, could he produce the wiretap application? And I haven't heard back. If you can produce that wiretap application, it will nail and cement your claims that Meech had something to do with it. There's no doubt that Tammy had something to do with it.
Yeah, right.
That wiretap will confirm that Meech did.
And here's why. Because the wiretap application was based on an affidavit that Keith Cromer, the information that Keith Cromer obtained from Tammy Collins. So Tammy Collins never wrote anything. Keith Cromer dictated after he deposed Tammy Collins. He dictated what Tammy Collins supposed to have said in that application.
Yeah, but he would have had to have been named in that hearing.
Had to be named in that hearing.
Correct, and that because before that in the transcripts or something in the documents, it might give his alias or whatever, CS22 or whatever they want to call him. But in that hearing, he would be named. So if you've got that affidavit, that wiretap application, to me, that would be like I would have been give that out.
Well, so listen, so the wiretap application would spell out the information that they used to justify securing the wiretap. In the Frank's hearing, right, when the discovery came out, is it true or not true that in the initial affidavit that Tammy Collins said that Meech is the one who orchestrated the deal between Fidel and Cuffy?
I think so. It's been a while since I went over this.
Yeah, it's been a while for all of us on this shit. It's been a while for all of us.
They did say that Meech and them they was doing drug transactions.
All right. So you've done research. So the second affidavit, where they're saying that she recanted her story with a second affidavit, they then were going to use to challenge the information in the first affidavit, and if it did challenge it, they would have had to throw out everything leading to everything else that they found out. Because still, so what happened here is that Cuffy, he wasn't indicted for the old Suarez thing,
right? But he was indicted for something totally different.
During the wiretap, they ascertained other criminal elements that had nothing to do with this shit, and that's what he was eventually indicted on. That's what we're on the same page here.
Yeah, 100%. It was like I think it was like a 3-key deal or something.
Yeah,
it was totally separate from the Suarez situation.
We're on the same page. We're not saying that he was ever indicted. We're saying that they were granted a wiretap, and during the wiretap, they
found out
other information about other crimes that had nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
So the reason why he wanted to challenge the wiretap within and of itself was because if the wiretap was, if the authorization for the wiretap got threw out, if the affidavit and the motion got threw out, then they would have to throw out the evidence that the other evidence that they used to bring him up on charges for crimes outside of what they was originally granted for.
Correct.
Okay. Hollywood Wade, what does this do? What if Terry comes out and says, God knows what about Meech? What does this do to the city of Detroit, and what does this do to the legacy of BMF as a whole? What did Pete say about this shit?
Well, like I said, we discussed the Venezuela situation today and kind of more of the deep-rooted reasons of why we went over there and done that. But I think with the legacy, right, the legacy is what it is. It will a BMF as a whole. You know, they did things that probably will never be duplicated, you know, in the United States. I wouldn't think. But it definitely will hurt Meech's legacy if Terry comes out and completely, you know, goes against everything that Meech said he stood on. You know, they had their fall. Have they even spoken? Have they been in contact since they've been out?
There's no evidence. We're saying no. We're saying no. No. There's been no social media likes. They don't follow each other on social media. There's been no comments. There's been no sightings of them.
So largely the last time these two guys could have spoke was before they entered that plea deal agreement.
Yeah,
I think they jumped off the ship a long time ago, man.
They ran into each other on transit on the on Con Air one time. That's the last they seen each other in person and talked.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, but you know, man, Meech was pretty fed up with Terry. Terry always been a backstabbing scoundrel, man. You know what I'm saying? He always playing with the dope, messing with the work, stealing money. You know what I'm saying? Running his bag up higher than his, undercover, just a whole bunch of undercover bullshit. They wasn't even hanging anyways before the nonsense. They wasn't cool. So
because that's what prompted the fallout, right? Was Terry was cutting it from California.
Yeah.
Cutting it, making a dope week, and then and making 2 and 3. He keeping 2 and sending 1. That'll may have pissed me off too.
Yeah, put hands on
this nigga, man. Can't take you goddamn Munchie nowhere, man.
Hey man, we cut that. So you mean to tell me you get 1 brick, you turn it into 3, you keep 2 of them and send me 1? You dirty motherfucker.
That's called the Memphis Special. That's called the South.
You right about that. We're gonna tap dance all over this. Baby powder.
Hey, don't buy no dope tip for Memphis.
But I did enjoy interviewing those cops from the St. Louis though. They cued me into a lot of people that I didn't really know about in St. Louis and just how big some of the guys were in that area. That was a good podcast I did with them guys.
Yeah, I checked that out.
Well, those the cops who slammed down on them in St. Louis, who took them down, took down Terry.
Yeah, their podcast, I think it's called The Brighter Side of Blue. Is their podcast?
That's the name of it.
Yeah.
Terry was balling too now. They keep showing that Terry was quiet and doing this and doing that, man. He just was a dirty man, because he was coming out here to Houston, Texas. He was balling, man. We used to bump to see Terry out in Houston, man. Had a house out here in Sugar Land. Had a big ass house out here in Sugar Land, and they found I think 70 million in that flow. You know what I'm saying? At Sugar Land, Texas, Terry. We know you was out here, man. We see you all the time, man. Yeah, it was going down at the moment. It was going down.
All right, so listen, Rainwater tapped in. Rainwater wants to join the podcast.
Who?
Rainwater.
Man, bring him on in here. Bring Rainwater ass in here, man.
Rainwater about to get up here trolling this shit, man.
Man, I'm finna get on Rainwater ass.
Hey, Rainwater won't come. Rainwater finna tap in. Hey, this some shit. We got content.
Oh man.
Y'all at? Where you at, Rainwater? Come on in here, Rain. Where you at? So
Come
listen,
on, man.
Well, so what say we? Because we gotta get into this whole YSL thing. Now, Wade, I'm glad you're here. Because we gotta get to this whole 21 Savage thing, this whole YSL thing, where they have admitted to covering up rat-like behavior. And I'm glad I got GBE in here because these is people he fuck with. And then I've been asking him questions about this shit, and he has been fucking this shit like you wouldn't believe. And I don't like it. I'll tell you everybody goddamn now. I don't like the fact that this Atlanta motherfucking Georgia Bulldog football loving that. I don't like no nigga like Georgia Bulldog football. Nah, nigga.
GB, how you gonna just sit there and let him talk about you like that?
Hey, man.
Get off, man. I'm waiting for him to drop these facts he talking about.
What facts? About 21 Savage and them boys that fuck with their Young Thug, your cousin?
Oh man,
that's so good. Oh, you want me? I'm sorry, I ain't mean to reveal that. I ain't mean to reveal that part. GVE.
Look, man, you dog, you can't speak on the SEC now.
Who can't?
You can't. You ain't from around there, nigga.
Is that territorial about that little shit?
Hey man, one thing you can't do is come down south and talk about the big power SEC, baby. Tennessee, Georgia, Florida, they got all that them. No,
Ole Miss loses tomorrow, though.
Hey, first of all,
y'all ain't let you come down here and do that, man. What y'all got there up there in Detroit, man? What they call Pac-12?
No, Big Ten. You know what it is. Big Ten. You know what it is. You know what it is. Run them country boys down.
No, man.
No.
How did that work out for Ohio State on New Year's Eve?
Yeah, they work out.
Hey, wait, whose side is you on, man?
I'm gonna tell you right now. I went to the Miami, Florida game earlier this year. I took my son down there, and that was the most lit college football experience I've ever had in my life. And I'm right here in the Carolinas. I go to Gamecock games. I go to Clemson games. The Miami one was just on another level. I enjoyed that, and I'm pulling for them to win tomorrow night over Ole Miss. And if they do, over Ole Miss. Yeah, and if they win, I might pop out to Florida because they'll have Miami playing the national championship in Miami. Yep. I don't know if that's ever happened.
No, I ain't never happened.
That sounds like a shameless plug for all things Florida.
I mean, I ain't even from Florida, but you
don't hate on Florida.
You
always hating on a state I'm associated with.
No, tapping my second home, like for real.
But that city will be Miami will be on fire, boy. If that happens now, I'm gonna tell you,
it definitely
is going on.
It definitely is. So let's go to Atlanta, Hollywood. Wade, the Henny say reviews. That girl Henny, GBE, Young Thug cousin. He looked.
Oh man. Oh man.
Hey, so let's talk about Wade, did you see 21 Savage? Did you see his interview with Big Bang Black, or did you see the text message? I mean the Twitter.
I have not.
You haven't? Well, 21 Savage, he tweeted a message to Young Thug and Gunna. Hey, y'all put all that shit behind y'all. We been knew Gunna was rat. We covered it up. We been knew QCP was a rat. We covered it up for the purposes of money, because it was gonna fuck up the money, and to save Atlanta's face card, because they ain't want all that rat to be all that ratting going on down there to be admitted. GBE, why you so quiet, brother?
I'm letting you talk. I ain't know if you was done that.
I'm done.
Everybody, man, I don't condone the Gunna situation. We already know QCP was a rat. Them niggas selective politicking. I mean, I don't know what else people want to say.
Selective politicking, man.
So no, you ain't getting away like that. 21 why did 21 Savage come out with that tweet and admit and acknowledge? So we already knew that they knew.
Because everybody trying to act like Thug is tearing the city apart. Because he expressing his feelings about them niggas going bold on.
But he has.
He can't go bold, dog. We can't do that, man. That was a play. Them internet niggas that ran, Seti Nash and them that ran on him.
Oh, he gave the police his phone number.
That same interrogation video when it dropped in 2023, them niggas was praising Thug for. I need a friend like Young Thug. He stood tall. He didn't tell them nothing. Then all they did was just release the audio to it, which we know Seti Nash and them paid to do it to run the play. They already came on and said they ran a play on Thug.
Mm-hmm. Well, y'all know, Yak Gotti got out of jail yesterday. Finally, YSL. Everybody said he read it. We don't know. I don't know yet. I'm gonna look into it, Yak Gotti. We're gonna see what you got going on.
So GBE, are you saying that Thug's interrogation video wasn't? Are you saying you trying to do some Donald Trump shit by saying our eyes and ears lying to us?
Man, he ain't tell on nothing in there. He didn't tell on Pee Wee. Pee Wee wasn't even the one who shot the fucking bus up. He didn't even tell on them. All he said was y'all said Roscoe shot the bus up.
Who went to jail for shooting Lil Wayne's tour bus?
The judge forced Roscoe to take a plea on it, which
That's why I asked you. I asked your ass who went to jail.
Roscoe was charged for it.
Okay.
And Thug didn't say in the interrogation interview that Roscoe shot the bus up.
Do I gotta pull it up?
He said that y'all are saying that Roscoe shot the bus up. He said, what the fuck would Roscoe do that for? Roscoe sell Wayne weed.
Is weed selling in Atlanta legal?
He won't sell them nigga no weed, dog. You know, man. He was trying to provide an alibi, man. He should have just not said nothing. My opinion.
Whoa. I asked you, is selling weed in Atlanta legal?
Go ask Rollo.
No, it's not legal.
Okay.
Roscoe won't charge him selling the weed though. So we ain't gonna play the game.
What did Thug say he was doing?
Oh, he said this, man. Why would he shoot the bus up? He's selling weed. That's all he did.
Why you keep glossing over? Why you keep glossing over that part? Why you keep on slipping that in there? I said what?
He trying to free his man. He was trying to free his man. He won't trying to give do Roscoe the harm.
How is he trying to free him if he's telling that somebody's selling weed? And that's not legal.
For weed. He was charged with shooting the bus up in gang activity. He was never charged for no marijuana.
Okay, good. So now we know he sells marijuana too. Thank you.
Right.
He did. No, that's the whole thing.
Thank you very much.
He didn't sell no damn weed.
Oh, hey, hold on. Where my claps at? I gotta get my clap in here. Where my clap at? Oh, I know I got clap in here somewhere, don't I? Where I got? Oh, right here. Here you go.
Oh man, everybody.
Oh man.
Thank you for the information.
Oh man.
Thank you, telling us he sell weed too. Now, who your weed support? Where you get the weed from?
What's the address?
GB, you in Atlanta?
Already in Cobb County.
What? Cobb County?
He was locked up in Cobb County already. Roscoe was already locked up when Thug did the interrogation. They already had charged him with the shooting.
So wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. I thought Atlanta rapper said to even have a conversation with the I thought they criticized Lil Woody. I thought they
told we ain't even doing that. You know, Woody fucking told multiple times.
Hey, hold on, GB. Hold on, GB. Listen, I thought they said that talking to the police at all, because don't forget, they whole thing they been pressing the line. You supposed to lawyer up. You ain't supposed to talk to the police at all.
But lawyer up.
I agree.
Lawyer up.
I'm talking about as soon as you get there.
Doug shouldn't have talked at all. He was wrong for talking. He didn't tell though, but he shouldn't have said shit. They wouldn't have been able to run the play on him. But he didn't tell though. We can't sit there like, oh, Doug.
I thought they said that talking to the police at all is a form of snitching.
Man, you said Thug didn't tell.
What did he tell?
Man, he said that he told everything on the jail phone. You know they recording.
We talking
everything
about
recorded in jail.
Talking about him pillow talking with his old lady. We talking about the interrogation interview that he had. Let everybody.
Yeah, man, you don't. But he tried. Okay, and them people up there. Go ahead, baby.
No, I was gonna just ask a question. You gonna get a police your phone number?
Hell no.
Okay, then they're gonna tap their phone. And then another thing, sitting in the interrogation room talking to him, period, he sat in there for a nice little minute.
Facts.
Yeah,
that's crazy, man. You go in that motherfucker, you don't say nothing, and you chill, you wait on your lawyer. You got too much money not to wait on a lawyer.
Yeah, he shouldn't have never went in there without a lawyer anyway.
That's crazy.
And then when I got locked up, my lawyer, the first thing my lawyer told me was don't talk to nobody and don't talk on no phones because everything was recorded.
Everything recorded, man.
And he was talking the whole time he was there. So it's not even like he was sitting there quiet and they just asking him questions. He's yapping, regardless to whether he's giving correct information or not. He's still talking to police.
Hold the phone, Henny. We got a special guest in the building, Rainwater.
Hey, can I give y'all a solution? Y'all conversation is fucking boring. That's why y'all ain't got more than 100.
Nah, nigga, you fucking boring, red ass nigga. Fuck out of here, nigga. The biggest rat in Dallas, nigga. Fuck are you talking about, nigga? You the biggest rat in Dallas.
Stop.
Shit, nigga. I know you, nigga. Yeah, see your King Munchie know you, nigga. I know you a rat, nigga. That's why you let that nigga beat you up. You got that bitch ass nigga DC running plays on insurance, nigga, trying to get that 300,000, nigga. I know you, nigga. Yeah, we keep bumping into each other. You keep bumping on the platform when I come around, nigga. You did that same shit when I was on No Jumper, nigga. Somebody try to hear that shit, man. Yeah,
hey, listen.
Don't call finesse, nigga. Well, don't call us, nigga.
Listen, you almost 50-year-old talking about with a rat.
50 years old, nigga. You crazy?
You
Nigga, I'm rich, nigga. Fuck you talking about, nigga. Your house ain't bigger than mine, nigga. What you talking about, nigga? Your house ain't bigger than mine, nigga.
What?
Walk around. And I got the deed to this motherfucker, nigga. And I got more cars than you, nigga. Fuck you talking about, nigga. This is a second floor. Fuck out of here, nigga. That's the country shit, nigga. I'm downtown in prime real estate, nigga.
That's cheap.
You talking about, nigga?
Cheap ass house.
Nigga, I'm 700 in, nigga. Prime real estate, nigga.
I'm 1.8. I'm 1.8 million over here.
Nigga, shut up, nigga. If I bail you out of Houston, nigga, shut the fuck up, nigga. If I put you out of Houston, I bet you I can. And I bet you gonna go to the police, nigga, fucking with me, nigga. Chump ass, nigga. Fuck out of here, nigga. I run southwest side of Houston, nigga. You can't come around, nigga. I catch you at Pink House, I'ma bomb that motherfucker. Fuck is you talking about, nigga? Yeah, get your bitch ass on. Sucker niggas, man. We gotta keep them away, man. All that, come on here, man. Y'all bored, nigga. Fuck out of here, nigga. We don't need you over here, nigga. My bad, dog. As we were saying. We're gonna clip that out. Clip that in. We gonna clip that out. We gonna put that all over the internet.
That's at 2 minutes and 5. That's at 2 hours and 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, we write that down. Better get his bitch ass on. I'm telling you, man, come over here with all that soft shit. Every platform I get on, dog, that nigga pop up on that mother. That nigga called in No Jumper. I'm on No Jumper doing 200-something K views, talking about this bitch nigga, and this nigga called in. Whack phone, want to get on. Man, nigga, I don't even know you like that, nigga. Man, all I do, that nigga rat, man. And he was there when that boy got killed the other motherfucking day. He standing his car right there. I see this car in the video. Your car in the video. Your car in the video, Rainwater. Fuck out of here, nigga.
Munchie, it's called Woosah, brother. Woosah,
brother, man. But I ain't gonna let no sucker nigga come on the platform.
Okay, let's get back to this motherfucking YSL 21 Savage. Hey, GBE, why you put your face in the phone?
Oh, I'm here.
Oh, so you saying is you or is you ain't saying that when 21 Savage acknowledged and admitted that they been knew Gunna was a rat when he ratted the first time, and that they knew QCP was a rat, and they covered it up.
They was rat harboring.
But at the same time, they was rat harboring. They was making songs dissing other rappers and calling out other motherfuckers in the culture for doing the same shit that they was doing themselves.
They do what a lot of these niggas on the streets do. Hey, these niggas are right over here. Hey, this nigga got a bag. I'm gonna fuck with this rat. I ain't gonna call him a rat. That's selective politicking, man. Everyday thing in the inner city, man.
Hollywood, Henny.
How?
That's what they're doing.
Hey, Henny.
Huh?
What is your take on?
She's still in the damn shot. Shake out of there. Get out of there.
Hey, hey, say, hey, look what he say. Look what he say, Munch. It say, dog been around Dawgface too long. He cursed motherfucker. I just like it.
God damn. Dude been around Dawgface too. Man, I just met this nigga last week, man.
Right. I ain't responsible for this shit he do. I ain't responsible for this shit. Woo wee. Say woo wee.
I was gonna let him talk. He come on here. I thought he had something nice to say. That nigga called a nigga boring. Nigga, fuck you, nigga.
Well, to bring up something, GB, you said selective politicking. Podcasters are falling up under that scrutiny too about platforming informants and things like that.
They want
and so, and I'll give you this take from my side, right? Do I condone snitching and cooperating? Absolutely not, 100%.
All right.
No, but from a content creator's perspective, you're not going to be able to get a better story from someone that didn't cooperate, because obviously if they didn't talk and they never cooperated, unless they went and done their entire bid and got out, which is very few people, you're not going to have nothing to tell you. And even if they did do that, they're not going to incriminate other people. So, like, for instance, if y'all know Joey Merlino, right?
Yeah.
Most people's probably heard of Joey Merlino, the alleged boss of the Philadelphia crime family. When he went on Vlad, there was not a lot of information in that video because he couldn't talk about it, right? But if you go to watch anybody else that went on Vlad, Sammy the Bull or whoever, they can give you all this information because they did cooperate and they were there. They're not blowing it out of proportion. Sammy Gravano was the number 2 guy under John Gotti, so he was there for a lot of murders. He killed 19 people, so he's got a lot of information to give. You're going to get more of the story from people that cooperated, but just because you platform them don't mean you condone it.
Hold on now, we got Rainwater back in the building.
That's true.
Hold on.
I'm back. I had a phone call, booster call.
Okay, hold on. How you doing tonight, brother? You all right?
I'm blessed out here, just sitting here, just in my house, just twirling in circles.
Okay, twirling in circles. So we're happy to welcome you to the platform, brother.
Yeah, Dawgface, this show was boring.
Oh, that's what we do. We put on boring content. We talk about some of my niggas who told on some shit.
Yeah, so stop. So Dawgface, let's speak about it, okay?
Okay.
Let's speak about it. So what's the point of people telling on people where Bun B did it?
He did.
Zero did it.
He did.
And like when you get to a certain age,
Professor Bun B. Professor Bun B did it.
No. This is still Bun B. You can't move the goalpost. You can't move the goalpost. Listen.
Bun B ain't never said he was no gangster.
No, Bun B was a part of the UGK. And
Underground Kings.
And if Pimp C was alive,
it was dead. It was gone.
If Pimp C was alive, there's no way Bun would have did what he did on that stand. After the
No. Stop. But listen, we can't move the goalposts. Like
we ain't.
Like Bun had talked about street shit.
Yes, he did.
It is rap shit.
Bun
Yeah. Bun was on there. He had a pocket full of stones.
Okay, you talking about an old young Bun? Then he went to school, man. Got it.
Yeah, that don't matter. Listen. Oh, exactly. So look, Zero did it.
That nigga snitch.
Yeah. So listen. Let me tell you like this, young man. If you ain't realized, the streets ain't the same. And if a nigga got too much to lose and want to grow and raise his kids and grandkids, he ain't in the streets no more. So why is you still talking about who's snitching, who not snitching? You should be talking about who buying land, who's selling land.
Who buying land?
That's what I'm saying.
You can't tell me nobody buying land.
It's all on Zello. It's all on Zello. Listen, I can go in my backyard and show you 20 acres.
I'm in Tennessee. Yeah, we grew up around land. I know what's going on.
Yeah. So, but you on here talking about who's snitching or not? You should be educated to your kids, and educated to the people that look up to you, that want to see you leave with some money in the bank. You talking about he's snitching. You should be telling who's successful, who's not successful, who made it to see past 45 years old.
I ain't made it that far yet.
Yeah, you looking.
Nah, I'm looking, nigga. I look way better than you, nigga.
You know,
more bitches than you need. Crazy as hell.
See. It ain't about more bitches, more bitches. It's about more real estate. You can Google my shit.
My nigga, man, your pockets ain't deeper than mine. I don't know why you think it's like that, man. I've been around here, man, collecting cake for, man, 20-something years, man. In the city, I'm a legend.
So you almost 50, right?
Man, we've been going to Johnny since 2005. 200,000 in jewelry. Man, that's old. Played out, brother. 200, man, I got proof of everything I say. Everybody know about CEO King Munchie, everything I say factual, nigga. Nigga, I've been in this house 10 years, nigga. Prime real estate. Nigga, I bought this motherfucker for $400 and now I'm worth $700, nigga.
Yeah,
that's the same shit you talking, man.
No, mine.
The first nigga in the area.
Mine's 1.8.
That's fine, brother. You stole it. You stole money, nigga. We know you stole money from that man. People, man. We know what's up with you, man.
Is that snitching? Stop. Dawgface. If I stole money, is that snitching?
What you mean, nigga? You snitched on Yellow Beezy. You snitched on Yellow Beezy.
Stop.
He beat you up. Go ahead.
Snitching is when you say somebody did something illegal. So you just said I did some illegal shit.
Okay. Now watch this. Watch this. Yellow Beezy got on your motherfucking ass, nigga.
And I sued the shit out of them.
And what you do? You told the police, right?
I know I sued them. It's the difference from a lawsuit to the police.
Hey, man. You sued.
Stop.
You can't sue no. So you didn't put a police report out. You got to put a police report out, right?
No police report was ever made. I just sued him.
So a nigga whooped your ass. You sued him.
I sued him. Stop. You know why? Because I play chess. I ain't like you. I don't go by no rules. You know what I'm saying? I play 100% chess. Like where I sued him, got 400,000. Now rewind 5 years from that incident. A young brother just got killed in the same parking lot. And now people want justice and sympathy. But when I sit there and ran out the gate so I couldn't get shot, everybody laughed. Now people, no. I ran out the gate when yelling them jumped me.
Okay.
And now this young black brother sitting there laid out because he didn't run out that same gate. Now he had the opportunity of being the biggest artist in Dallas since Mo 3, and now he's dead, and people still talking about what kind of gangster shit and snitches and go by street rules. And I ran out that gate. Now I'm the biggest manager or whatever you want to call it ever come out of here because I ran out that gate. See, one thing I do learn about the situation is the streets don't owe nobody shit.
Yeah.
Now he died a real nigga. He didn't run out the gate. He died a real nigga.
Hey, look though, Rainwater, you assuming he was even out there running out the gate, or was he?
No. I seen the video. He wasn't running out the gate. I
seen the video.
Yeah. Listen. I ran out the gate. He wasn't running.
No. I seen the real. Look, right. Look, right now. I seen the real video.
I got the video from Shells. You forgot I was the first person to go get the video from Shells and sue somebody with it.
Okay. You talking about the white boy?
Yeah. So at least
I seen that video, and I know what really happened, and I know how it really happened. I know they were really into it on some
Yeah. Well, getting to it ain't got nothing to do with me. See, I ain't got type of person got to who picking and choosing who I'm getting to it with. I need to get back to the house.
Okay, so
my kids' school.
Let me jump in here for a second. Rainwater, you were interviewed, I think it was Boss Talk. Shout out to people at Boss Talk. They interviewed you, and you talked about the upcoming Mo 3 Yellow Beezy trial, right? And during the Boss Talk interview, you said, "Hey, listen, I
can't wait.
Understand?
Yeah.
So, are you fearful or concerned about your safety when you
safety what?
For yourself? Are you fearful of consequences that come from you?
I don't think no consequence comes from that because at the end of the day, I wasn't even there. So if they give me an opportunity to get on the stand and say whatever I want to say, then come on, I'm on Channel 4.
You was on the phone, wasn't you?
On the phone call can't justify who did what and who seen what.
You using this as your opportunity
to sell records for Mo 3 kids.
How much they gonna get some money?
They pay me because when you involved in the estate, see, I can tell you ain't no grown man. You ain't never seen nobody die around you who had a estate. Anybody? I am, nigga. Yeah,
I am, nigga. Listen, I run with the most treacherous niggas Houston have ever stepped foot on. The most treacherous niggas in Memphis, Tennessee have ever bred, boy.
Yeah, that's cool. Listen. If y'all know about estate, right? I don't care if you're a manager. I don't care if you was a girlfriend. I don't care if you was a stepmom. If you're not related to them people blood, you can't contradict or you can't say anything that goes on in a state, right or wrong.
That's true.
So how can I get paid before Mo3 kids get paid when his funding is ran by the estate?
Who ain't got the masters of the music?
The state owns the master of the music. They just sued somebody for going to trial to get the master of the music. So how can I get paid for before the kids and his funding is read by a state by the government?
Is that a question?
Yeah, I'm asking people.
Listed in the estate.
Yes, yes. So when he said hope his kids get paid, his kids pay me. You said I be breaking niggas down.
You bring nobody down there. I'm just listening to the bullshit you talking. You
Yeah,
was down there in court fighting for this shit. You was fighting for this shit when the man first died. You was fighting to get all kind of shit.
I never.
Me. I'm just letting you get your rocks off.
Listen, I never fought for nothing. I work for the estate. I never fought for nothing. I don't like I work for the state, man. Like so, that's the end of the day. Whatever Mo3 makes, I make 20% of that. So I work hard for my 20%. So every year I try to make sure that he makes at least 3 to 5 million. So I can get hope about close to 2 million a year.
Okay, so Rainwater, what do you want to tell us on this boring podcast? What do you want to say?
Y'all gotta sharpen it up and start talking about shit that really matter. Y'all talking about who snitching and shit.
No. Listen, so the conversation is not about who snitch and shit like that. The conversation is just about the culture itself. So let's expand it. Let's just take it from where you are. Let's take it to where we should be. So it's about rappers specifically. We talked about we mentioned about the Big Meech and the whole Big Meech thing, the 50 Cent thing, but this conversation now that you came in on is about the current state of the city of Atlanta and how the Atlanta elite artists have been pushing and promoting anti-snitching, anti-ratting, anti-this, anti-that. And then we have just discovered that they themselves have been violators of the very same thing that they have been pushing to the culture was a violation. So what say you about what's going on in Atlanta and how they have covered up snitching?
Which I really don't understand. They just made their money and they finna do a reset. So, we should be talking about how much money they made. I mean, them people got $400 million for one record label. We talking about snitching.
Who got $400 million from record label?
QC when he sold QC.
Yeah,
man, that's QC and Lil Baby, man. We talking about goddamn Thugger and them. They ain't finna reset. Nigga ain't finna go, man.
Listen. We talk about Thugger.
Man, and now I already don't listen to the nigga.
Listen. Let's talk about Thugger. Thugger then was involved in a lot of murders and shootings. And he got out to get a second chance with Gunna. Thugger make a bunch of money off Gunna. So that nigga came home with about 25 to 50 M's. Really don't matter. His kids is great. We talk about Lucci. We ain't never seen somebody convicted of murder, go on a mission, partner die, throw him out the car, come home, get 25 years, come home in 3 years and living his best life. Shitload of money.
You can't show me goddamn Thug made no 25, 50 million off no motherfucker Gunna, man. You show it to me.
No, I'm talking about with the whole YSL. Yes. Thugger got 25 to 50 million. Thugger got money.
So
worth?
No. We talking about, listen, if Mo3 makes, let's say Mo3 makes about $200,000 a month, right? Don't you know Gunna close to 500 to $1 million a month off his back catalog itself, which is owned by YSL.
So let me ask you a question, brother. Do you think that after they have been exposed of doing the same things that they have criticized, like for example, everybody in Atlanta, all the rap elite in Atlanta criticized Kodak Black for taking $1 million for a verse from Daniel, from what is his name, 6ix9ine. So they criticized him heavily. They criticized everybody the world over, from Boston Richie to whoever else was accused of being a snitch. But they have acknowledged that they themselves are hypocrites because they have been covering up the snitching going on in their own city.
But it's part of the game. The snitching shit started in Detroit.
Really? That's funny. How did it start in Detroit? Come with that.
The white boy Chris, what's his name?
Rick.
White boy Rick.
White boy Rick made it okay to tell.
And how was that?
Because white boy Rick, when he got whipped down, he told niggas at BMF told, all through the history of Detroit, and it just sprinkled down to the South.
Okay, so watch
when
this.
Detroit niggas started moving to Atlanta.
Okay, so can I
one thing you can say, the white boy Rick didn't get a benefit from snitching. He actually got it worse than anybody else. He was the longest serving inmate for a nonviolent crime, I think, ever
in the history of the country. But let me answer that, because that's funny. That's some good shit. I ain't
hold up. Let me tell you this: the dude that killed all the people that Boss Talk had interviewed, what's his name? That was what's the dude? Old man. He killed by.
You mean Big D?
Big D had interviewed the dude with the killer. It's a lot of murders I done seen that came out that Detroit that didn't get a life sentence.
Okay, so listen. So let me help you out here. When you said that all this telling going on in the country started in Detroit, drug trafficking didn't start in Detroit. If you want to talk about where telling started at, you got to go. You got to go to the big state of New York and deal with La Costa Nostra. The whole RICO Act, as a penalty, started in the great state of New York.
And then when they go to next,
New York. Take your L. Take your L.
Johnny Brasco, one of the biggest snitches to ever do it.
Oh, I get you. Please let me cook.
Johnny Brasco was a cop.
Whoever, let's get this shit straight. In the world of criminal activity, bro, no grown man thinks that a nigga just because we know that ratting has always been a part of crime because motherfuckers don't want to accept the consequence of their actions. So that's not a Detroit thing. That is a criminal thing. It's like the Italian mob, for example. The Italian mob, right, out of the commission, what did they do to Madam Sinclair and Bumpy Johnson? When they couldn't outshoot them, when they couldn't run them out of Harlem, the first thing they did was they put the police, the prosecutors, and the judges on them. That's police shit. That's snitching. Right? So if
somebody break into your car right now, you tell them.
That's not snitching. That's a police report for insurance purposes. Right?
That's telling.
No, it's not. It's not telling because you're not pointing out who did it. You're just making a report that it happened.
So if somebody get caught with your belongings, you made a report that he did it, so he going to jail for the report you made.
Let me answer your question. So listen, when you do certain things, there are consequences for things you do. If you steal my car and I call the police, I'm not telling the police who did it. I'm reporting that the car is stolen for insurance purposes. Now, if you stupid enough to be joyriding that motherfucker, still taking to the shop and getting rid of that bitch, that's on you.
Yeah.
But I just want to address the part where you said that the brother who Big D was, long live Big D, first of all. Rest in peace. He's the brother who set me on this path this time. So let me just tell you this. There are rats all over the country. I'm not saying that there are rats all over the world. You have cartel members who give up black people in exchange for leniency and citizenship into this country. Mm-hmm. They work hand in hand with the police. You have a lot of Hispanics in Southern California who are attached to the cartel. They'll give a nigga up quick and fast and hurry. You got the cartel in Texas. If they get popped, they're going to get your black ass up and trade you out and call swapping the nigga out. So let's not just say, I'm not even mad at you for trying to get up on Detroit like that, right? Because wherever you see...
Are you from Detroit?
Yes, sir. Wherever you see criminal activity, you're going to have niggas ratting because niggas don't want to take the responsibility for the shit they do.
So have you ever been a rat in any kind of way?
I ain't ratting on the motherfucking thing. Ain't gonna rat on the motherfucker.
Man, you did the time.
You ain't so you ain't told on nothing.
No.
So at the age you are, you'll be okay with doing 20 years and living your rest of your life in the jail cell.
Well, let me just tell you this, brother. So this is how I was raised. This is honest, right? So if I commit a crime and I get caught, I'm gonna take responsibility for it because I knew better. I'm not gonna tell on somebody else to save myself.
Stop. So me suing Yellow, how is that ratting? Because I ain't committing no crime.
Insurance fraud.
You just said People call the police for insurance on stolen cars.
Yeah, I'm calling nigga. Nigga steal my car right now. All my shit paid off. Hell yeah, I want the bag.
Are you asking me that question?
Yeah.
Okay, so if a civil lawsuit is not the same thing as criminal lawsuit because there's no criminal punishment. There's a civil judgment, punitive judgment that's going to be entered on behalf if you get found guilty or if it's upheld. I'm not saying by suing somebody civilly, that's not, in my mind, that's not ratting because there is no criminal punishment attached to it at all.
Hold on, because didn't you say that you were going to take that stand and testify in court against Lil Beezy?
I wasn't there.
See what I'm saying? That's ratting.
No. I wasn't there.
So listen, what are you going to take the stand?
But you're going to take the stand.
This is what I'm saying when I get up,
right?
No, this is what I get up there and say. You know, the life of Melvin was really.
It's a promotional tool for you.
His album come out the same day Yellow Beezy go on trial.
Okay, so yeah, it's a promotional tool.
Yeah. So basically, put it like this: I'm gonna get up there and get my Woody on without really knowing anything.
Okay,
but you can't be saying that right now, man, because you don't think these folks working. They watching you say exactly what you just said.
Listen.
He finna get his Woody on. They're not gonna want you on the stage.
Right,
Free PR.
Yes. And listen, I can say what I want to say because I was still on the phone. I might be telling y'all a different story what I heard. They got to know the story I heard. And so, I'm very clever because I need to sell 1 million records. You know what I'm saying? I just got Pooh Shiesty on this album, Kodak Black on this album, a bunch of people on this album, and they need people to give me the chance to hit the stand in front of millions.
Who the artist you got working with with the features?
This man right here. You know what I'm saying? The Ali plaques. Okay.
Let me say this. This is what's wrong now. This is what's wrong now.
Yes, ma'am.
Because now money is supposed to be the thing that gets you out of everything in the streets. I know people, and I'm not proud of this, but I'm going to say this. I know people who have died in these streets. I know people locked up for life for being in these streets. They stand up. There's stand-up people who have been in situations and took their punishment for their crimes. For you to go and do a crime with somebody, get caught, and decide to either snitch on that person or snitch on other people to get lesser time, that's a coward's move. If you care about, hold on, because what y'all trying to do in this new generation is y'all are trying to tear down what remains of the rules of the streets. See, that's what it is that's missing from a lot of these people out here now, because y'all done came and y'all done ate out of these streets. Y'all done came and published what was going on out there, whether it be your firsthand knowledge or somebody else's story. And y'all done made millions of dollars off of these same streets that people have died on and gone to prison for life on. That's and now y'all want to act like these rules don't apply. The streets had rules, whether anybody wants to acknowledge them or not. There was rules, there was codes, there was ethics, and there were morals. Nobody has morals right now. Nobody has respect of self. Nobody can take accountability for their shit. So you take a coward's way out and you snitch. Then y'all try to cover it up with money. No, because a stand-up nigga is a stand-up nigga, whether he got $1 million in his pocket or $1 in his pocket.
Question.
And that's something that people are trying to push to the side like it don't matter.
I have a question.
Listen, I'm not trying to be a stand-up nigga. I'm trying to be a good father.
Stay out the streets and don't profit off
No. Listen. You know how many niggas done died like some goofies and left their kids raised with no daddies? You know how many people done died and went to prison and they kids and they little girls ain't raised with no daddies, so they gotta go listen to a nigga who's a pimp to make them sell their pussy? They some dumb ass niggas.
What was their daddy out there doing? Getting money to feed them, right?
No.
Money to feed them.
He should have got a job. He should have got a job.
He should have got a job. You're a civilian, so you don't know what it means to come home and have an F on your record and you can't get a job. You don't know that struggle.
He should have got a job.
You live a life of a pimp,
so
right?
you don't never understand that
job.
Let me cut in.
Job, man.
And I'll never respect nobody who eat off the streets and have an attitude like that. Never.
Working jobs. This whole generation, this whole motherfucking generation right here, this new generation right here, ain't none of them motherfuckers working a job. The internet the job.
So let me ask you a question, Rainwater, right? Thank you for coming on the show.
I love you, sir.
Love you, hate you. You got a position. So listen. How did losing Mo 3, how did it affect you personally? We know how it affected you professionally because he was growing to be one of the biggest artists in the country. How did it affect you personally and when it happened? And how have you been able to cope with it and deal with it since his passing?
I was on drugs.
When it happened or after?
After. I kept moving and moving around and then not coping steady with it, but it taught me a lot though. And on that, I believe Mo3 one of the baddest street niggas that I've been around. I was around him for years. Like Bumpy Johnson was around. Like Bumpy Johnson was around Frank Lucas. And I realized the streets ain't got no loyalty. When people die, they people move on and try to survive. And I was stuck in one place for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because I thought that was the solid street shit to do. That's my partner. Whoever he beefing with, I'm still beefing with to this day. And I watch people move on in life and be successful. So I was just stuck in a situation at one time. I missed out on Big X the Plug because he wasn't part of Mo3 Circle. And I was still trying to put on Mo3 Circle. And Big X the Plug was begging me to fuck with him. I'm like, nah, you ain't with us. And I missed out on millions. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So I learned the lesson with this situation where you got to separate business and streets. You understand what I'm saying? Where the streets don't have no love for people. I see people, artists die and people go break into their houses. But I searched for a long time. And then I found Finesse. I got Finesse turned up right now.
What you mean you found Finesse?
I found Finesse. Finesse was at the lowest part of his life. He'll tell you himself.
You didn't find him.
Yes, you will. When somebody at the lowest point of their life, they don't even know themselves. They ain't got no identity. So I gave him back an identity. I found him.
Nah, you ain't found Finesse.
Because he'll tell you. You go listen to his interview. He'll give me out.
He wasn't at the lowest part of his life because he was at even a lower part of his life in the feds. That's even the lowest of the lowest.
Listen, sometimes what you don't understand when an artist going through, artists might not have no time to work, don't know where he go get his next meal. And I don't care how many diamonds you think got on his bed pocket on himself. At the end of the day, in the feds, that's the easy part. Being in the free world is harder than being in the feds because
hey man, that's how we know you ain't never been to jail.
I've been to prison.
Nothing easy about going to a penitentiary or a federal institute. Nothing easy.
Listen, I've been to a penitentiary, and you can look it up. I got shot and went to the penitentiary. So, at the end of the day, it's more easier than being here because you have no responsibilities. You can sit in the penitentiary. I can lay up and sleep all day. I go work a bullshit ass job and still eat a healthy, good ass meal and get full and go back and lay down.
Now that sounds like you was at daycare. Because in the penitentiary, man, ain't no laying down and you gotta be on your P's and Q's, man. You gotta have that knife ready, man. At child hall, you gotta be ready, man. You gotta go eat whatever you gotta do, brother. It ain't that easy.
Listen, I had a little different because people want the opportunity to rap. This before I ever met a Mo3. You know what I'm saying? So it was quite easier than this. Right here, you got to fend for yourself. You got kids to take care. You got responsibilities. But on a different note, I turned Finesse up in 90 days. And, but I learned all them lessons from Mo3. I try to get him and Brazy back cool because I see it's a pointless situation going on where people can get killed and leave them away from their kids.
I got a question for you, brother. What do you think about the current state of hip hop in the city of Dallas? Dallas is really having its way in terms of the new Dallas artists, right? What do you think?
It's falling out.
And did you play a role in building up what people now know as New Dallas?
I ate off them. I let them come in the game and not produce any hits, and then I got a Mexican artist signed for $1.7 million after all of them went in. So they opened the door and I shut the door. I got the biggest deal in the biggest and the last deal in this era. Because them niggas ain't rapping about shit.
You the one said New Dallas boy, Renee.
Yeah, that shit boring.
It's old niggas like you that be hating on these young niggas making their way, man. Besides, you born or not, they put the work in, they grind to the top, and they ain't just sitting out here playing with their money, man. They out here, man, buying real estate. They 10 steps ahead of what you ever was, brother. You can't do that to the young community. We gotta uplift them because you'll sit here. Hold on, listen to me. You'll sit here and you'll be like, we'll be like, man, the young niggas need to do this and do that, man. They need to come together. And when they finally come together, man, old nigga like you will say, man, this shit boring and talk down on they come up on they movement, man.
Hey,
you gotta praise that, brother. You gotta praise everything them young niggas doing, man. You can't believe music boring, man. They playing it in the club. They selling.
They selling what? Stop. They selling what? They stop right there. They selling what?
I want to give a fuck.
Stop. What are they selling?
I got an answer for you.
What are they selling? Look it up.
They were selling singles, nigga. Them motherfuckers is moving, man. They making money and they got a pocket full of in their pocket, man.
Hey, look, let me tell you this. That shit ain't moving or selling. Every one of them Dallas niggas have flopped. They ain't got no plaques. It's the difference.
It's the beginning.
No. They've been out 2 years.
They gave no time.
Stop. Listen, they've been out 2 years.
How long?
2 years.
2 years. It's the beginning.
No. Listen. If this is the beginning, why they labels not pushing them no more? You don't even know. You can't even tell what's going on.
What you mean? Got it? Not.
Gotti have completely Interscope. Gotti's not the person to push the buttons. Interscope. You ain't heard one song on the radio. You ain't heard one song that got top 10 in the world. That's a rap. Because what they was doing is they were just redoing old songs. They wasn't creative. You just redoing old songs, rapping on old beats. Nigga, we used to do that back in the day, coming up freestyling. And that's the best singles that you got coming. It wasn't creative. So yes, it was boring. It wasn't no unique songs, especially the lady in the middle. Can you name three new Dallas songs?
No.
Exactly. So look. Sometimes people.
Memphis.
Right. Listen. Sometimes people get too excited on a small level of the game. It wasn't touching. Even Dawgface. Nothing about this new era rap is touching. They rapping about selling dope, and half of them came from the suburbs.
Well, to ask me that question, and to be fair, ask me if I listen to any of this new stuff, and I don't. I can't tell you anything about any of the new artists.
Okay. Well, Dawgface, since you asked the question, name 3 new Dallas songs.
Shit, it's my birthday.
It's my birthday. Nobody got a song called "It's My Birthday."
Yeah, Montana does.
Look it up. Somebody look it up. It's my birthday. Okay, what else? What else?
Shit, everything by Montana, the hottest motherfucking Dallas, as far as I'm concerned. So everything is blazing.
Yeah. Listen. That shit is not hot. Go look at the monthly listeners, the stream. Y'all gotta look at the numbers, not the Instagram posts.
So listen. So I've been doing this for quite some time. So let me just tell you this, right? So you have artists who make good music who may never be the biggest stars in the world. Like, for example, you have artists in the city of Detroit or from the city of Detroit who are great artists, but they'll never reach the heights of Eminem. That don't mean they ain't good artists. You feel what I'm saying? So I know by the numbers, hip hop as a whole, by the numbers.
We talking about that. We're not talking about hip hop as a whole. We're talking about them. We talk about for a label to sit there and say, last time we gave Dallas, Texas $500,000, they didn't sell.
Okay,
we talking about that type of shit.
So we talked about this. The hottest. We talked about New Dallas. We talked about Amir, Doe, Montana 700, and I don't even know if Big Extra Plug is a part of New Dallas.
No. The big Extra Plug is a whole nother way.
Yeah, it's a whole nother way.
Yeah. So we got to understand this. See, I'm looking at the consumer thing. Is if I find another artist, can I take them to the label and they say, "Oh, Dallas"? Well, last time people signed people from Dallas, they really didn't blow. They just had a bunch of Instagram followers.
Well, let me ask you this, Rainwater. Do you do artist development?
I ain't got time to do that.
No, nobody does artist development no more.
Nobody. That was going to be my point. Nobody does that anymore.
They still doing artist
development.
development.
From a traditional standpoint of what the A&R means, most of the labels are not putting any money. The money for artist development comes from the label. Right, and most labels are not investing any money. They're trying to sign artists who already have.
You know somebody who does great artist development, and then came up pretty wealthy in artist development. That's his skill. 1501.
Who's that?
Carl Crawford. He is a artist development. If you want to go somewhere and somebody believe in you, and
that ain't artist development. He signed a rapper. He signed a rapper to his label to
and he
upfront.
push him, man, all the way from the bottom to the top. That's artist development, man.
Listen, no. She's mean artist development with a label sign you. We put you in the back so you art and develop you for years. That's
what he do.
No. Erica Banks. Erica Banks, when he signed her, he dropped a single. That's not artist development.
Man, he artist developed her just like he did. What's her name? What's the
and that's my partner. That's my partner. I know art development.
That's my partner. I know artist development.
Major labels used to sign people to artist development deals and keep them on the shelf for a year or two till they was ready.
Man,
So
he
what's
working.
the solution?
If you working, you working.
Okay, so
the way the earth moves so fast now, there's no time for artist development.
Yeah, so let's make sure, let's bring it into focus, right? So traditional artist development, we go back to the days of Def Jam and the days of all the early labels, right? They would sign an artist and they would put the artist through the motions. They would develop his sound, put him with producers. They would send him through a media training. Most of these artists out here right now, the reason why they're so boring is because, and the reason why they can't really catch on, because they don't have personalities, because they have not been developed to be stars. They just taking niggas fresh out the street. All they know is violence and crazy shit, and throwing them on TV and throwing them on YouTube and throwing them in the booth. So that's why you have most of these artists don't have any longevity, because they're not making music that lasts the test of time, because they haven't been developed. They're telling their singular stories about their singular situations in their singular cities, and none of that shit has any real shelf life to it.
Right. And then you get them in an interview and they can't talk. They don't know how.
And that's why interview-based style platforms on YouTube is trending downward, because one, the artist's not gonna tell the truth because they're connected to all the fuck shit. They're never gonna tell the truth, and they don't even know how to talk. They can't string together a coherent sentence. They're boring. That's why Gillian Wallow is doing other things other than interviewing these niggas. So I get it. I understand. Content is king now. YouTubers and podcasters are making more motion than motherfuckers who rap.
You ain't lying, because that's why I ain't worried about no damn rap shit.
There's no money than niggas who rap. Ain't no such thing as a podcast in a 360 deal.
No, you get everything, 100%. And so this is Dawgface. I get money out of rap. I get money out of podcasts. I get money out all of it.
And you own, and like owning your masters, if you own the channel, you're going to get all the revenue from that forever. And it's always going to be out there.
Across multiple platforms, because it's not just YouTube. You
have YouTube, Instagram, TikTok,
and then you have Patreon. I make my money on Patreon and I do on YouTube because I'm monetized from day one.
All my artists, man, I push them to Zeus Network. That's how I got the bag.
Oh Lord!
I push them to Zeus Network. All of them on the Zeus. They cutting up. They anything music they drop. They getting views. They doing numbers. That's what I did. I said it. But you got he right though. You gotta be able to do something other than rap. Rapping is gone. But yeah, I'm tired of over there. I'm sending them that way. I'm getting the bag out there.
I did want to hop with something that girl Haney said earlier. What you said, and I wanted to expand on that a little bit. I think that the reason why people focus so much on if people ratted like Meech or whatever is because being stand up and loyal and true to the streets, whether it's the game, the mob, or whatever, is so fucking rare to see that, and to people to stand on their principles and their codes, that when you have somebody that you think did that and you find out that it could have been a lie, it just breaks your fucking heart.
Yeah, it sends a shockwave through.
It does. It really does. And it is so rare. But the thing about it is nowadays that shit is being promoted. 6ix9ine got out of jail. When he got out of jail, after he cooperated and went live, how many millions of people was on his damn live? He just broke record numbers with Vlad on the interview, I think back to back. Vlad said it was biggest damn payday ever. The shit is being glamorized. Whereas before, years ago, nobody would have touched 6ix9ine. This shit would have happened in the 80s.
Yeah, so he just said it's something that was once ostracized or will get you ostracized.
It's now glamorized.
You know why? Because people are seeing people who have ratted still have some level of success. Like, for example, Boston Richie. Boston Richie was in the interrogation room telling on everybody Jesus, Muhammad, Confucius, and Buddha. Right? Boston Richie, listen, you lying if you say that when that song came on, Somebody help me. You lying if you say you was in a club full of females and they was vibing to it and you ain't vibe to it too. You lying and you know he was a stumped down rodent. Listen, let me just tell you this, right? Snitching, there's nothing new about snitching in the urban environment. There's nothing that's new about snitching in the streets. Motherfuckers have been snitching forever. In every major city across this country where you have gangster shit happening, we all know somebody who for a fact snitched on somebody, right? So snitching and how a person who snitches is treated is based on the money he has, the power and the access he has. You got a motherfucker right now, Munchie's in Texas, Henny's in motherfucking Florida, GBE is in motherfucking Henny's in Florida, GBE is in Georgia. I'm in Detroit. Where you at, Wade?
South Carolina.
He in South Carolina. We all know somebody who has snitched on somebody and is still moving and is still active. And nobody ain't gonna touch him. Ain't nobody gonna say shit to his face because he still has money, power, and influence. We all know that. So there's nothing new about that, right? But what it is with the advent of social media, with the advent of a camera phone, a recording phone, we're seeing it in real time. Whereas 30 years ago, all we did was we heard about it in books and magazines. So that's why this shit is it's so interesting to people because people can't believe, yes.
And it helps protect them because, especially when you talk about the mob, years ago, if you ratted, that was a death sentence. Or if they even thought you was going to rat, that was a death sentence.
Yeah.
But now, the people, the way it's looked, I've had a guy tell me, he was like, I'm too public to be killed because that'll bring too much heat on somebody else. That's why these guys stay in the public eye, because if you stay in front of all the eyes, nobody can. It's hard. Exactly.
It's hard for somebody to knock you down. You tuned in. This is Real Life Unfiltered. So listen, Rainwater asked the question, like, why are you guys focusing on who snitched and who didn't snitch? Hollywood Wade just effectively and efficiently articulated why the culture as a whole so caught up on who snitched and who didn't snitch. I get it. We get it. We understand. And when I talked about the situation that happened in the city of Atlanta with the 21 Savage, Young Thug, gun, and all that kind of shit, the reason why that was so shocking is because who would have ever thought that 21 Savage would have admitted? We knew that they knew about Gunna, and we knew the people on the ground in Atlanta, they knew about. Me and GB even talked about QCP for years, right? I got into it with QCP in the club in Atlanta because he was mad at me because I called him a rat. So this is nothing new, right? But listen, rats, not the gangster rats and the gangster sissies have taken over. Real niggas need to go on the run. Real niggas need to go on the run because these niggas ain't playing fair. And here's the kicker: there is no real consequence anymore. So the rats are teaming together. Like, fuck you, bitch. What you gonna do?
And let me just say something really quickly. I'm not saying that I'm promoting
we know
being in the streets and none of that, right?
You don't have to say that. You don't have to justify that. We know you're not. Yeah.
But there's people out there. You got to talk to the people that may not click, you know?
There's no right.
I'm not promoting that. I'm just saying this is the problem that we have, where the rules are being bended and the lines are being blurred. And now those morals, ethics, codes that we all knew growing up have begun to disappear.
Yeah, hey, listen, like Munchie said, somebody can be in the game, knee deep in it, certified member of it. And then once the consequences of their actions come down on them, they can tell. And guess what? Once they tell, they don't have to disappear. They don't have to move to Nebraska. They don't have to move to North Dakota. They can stay right where they told on the motherfucker at and move and operate in that environment. And so what do you think that lesson, that's a lesson being taught to other people who are thinking about telling?
Do what you do, go as wild as you want. When the heat comes down, rat on somebody bigger than you and keep it moving.
Exactly.
I could be a popular rapper now. At what point in time in history in the world of hip hop could you be a known snitch and still go platinum?
Never.
What lesson is that teaching the young people who are operating in the street?
That it's okay to do it.
If 21 Savage can admit that they were covering up ratting,
and we was doing it because we was getting this big bag,
and we was saving face. Saving face means you was hiding it, nigga, because you didn't want to be embarrassed by. You don't want to be embarrassed by a rapper being called a rat. What the fuck does Gunna got to do with the streets for real? For real.
I just feel like this.
People say Gunna's not a street nigga. That's a lie. Gunna is a certified Crip.
Certified Crip. Yeah.
Because he wasn't loud and boisterous with his cripping, don't mean that he wasn't cripping.
Well, he wasn't cripping.
Look who he ran to when he came home. Well, he ran right to LA, the big U.
Right to LA.
Because he was a 60.
Right to LA.
His whole set on the 60s.
Well, and another thing you got to look out too for Dawgface is people that change history. So my man that was on there earlier, Rainwater, he mentioned like Frank Lucas being around Bumpy Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Frank Lucas claims to be around Bumpy for 15 years.
Mm.
But Bumpy was on alive for 5 years when he got out of prison before he died.
That's true.
So obviously your math ain't mathing.
That part.
And that wasn't even, according to Bumpy's widow, the guy that was allegedly around him. I pulled up his name earlier because I couldn't remember it. It was Zach something.
Mm-hmm.
He was the guy that was really around at that point in time. It wasn't even Bumpy. The movie, when they done American Gangster, tried to put Frank Lucas closer to Bumpy than he actually was. Bumpy was actually from Charleston, where I'm at right now.
Yes.
And then he went to New York.
Moved to New York.
But that series, Godfather of Harlem, why it's great, and Forrest Whitaker does a wonderful job acting in it. The timelines, the people, and who's associating with who is all fucked up because they got the Chin Gigante dealing with Frank Costello. For people that don't know my history, Frank Costello was shot by the Chin as a young hood, and the bullet went through his damn fedora, almost shot him in the head, and that was Frank's call that he needed to hang it up and get it out. Vito Genovese gave the order for his then driver, the Chin Gigante, to take the shot, and he missed. He was lucky he didn't get killed his damn self for missing. But they got him like all communicating together. The timelines in that show is all fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, it's Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
And so the whole thing is, so everything that we see happening in the streets right now, all that shit should be a lesson. I look at it as a lesson. I'm talking about it because it is necessary to expound upon it. It's necessary to communicate. It's necessary to use it as a training tool, right? So I'm not talking about it to glorify it. I'm gonna give a fuck what a motherfucker do.
But it's entertaining though. It's entertaining. I love sitting down watching documentaries on criminal enterprises, gangsters, whatever. And it's not that I'm saying I want my kid to grow up and be the biggest drug dealer in the southern hemisphere. I just like that content because regardless of what it is, it takes a special kind of person to do those kind of things.
Listen, in the world we live in now, away, and where I'm from Detroit, right? But Detroit is like every other urban center across this country. When I grew up, right, I grew up idolizing Billy the Kid, Jesse the James, the robbers, the stagecoach robbers, the bank robbers, train robbers. I grew up idolizing that shit. But now in the hoods across America, if you a robber, if you a jack boy, you look like you the scum of the earth.
Yep.
And they've elevated drug dealers to Robin Hoods. A drug dealer will sell dope to your mama while she pregnant with you, which is why your ass came out looking like you looking. You got a short fucking attention span that you got right goddamn now, right? Motherfuckers have idolized and glorified drug dealing and made these niggas be the heroes. These niggas will sell dope to a 12-year-old baby. They don't give a fuck. Meanwhile, the armed robber, you a rob, you a taker. Nigga, this country was founded on taking shit.
Man, we the most gangsters country in the world.
You just see
maybe that's what it is.
Listen, what just happened in Venezuela? That's
That's some gangster shit.
Yeah, we had to go handle that. We had to go handle that. You know what I'm talking about?
That's armed robbery. Now listen, I know Maduro, he was in power because of gangster shit. He lost the last election.
And stayed there.
But
they gave him the opportunity to leave and he didn't take it. So you kind of got to say he brought that shit on himself.
So here's
a dictator, man. Dictators get dicked around.
Yeah, here's what he brought himself. Listen. The United States of America gave him the opportunity to leave, right?
Mm-hmm.
If he would have acquiesced to providing the United States government with the mineral resources of that country, he would still be there right now. When he got to bid with China and Russia, And when he when he devalued the U.S. dollar, right, in relationship to the oil, the hard crude oil, right, and he gave the Chinese government the heads up, that was his ass.
You're 100% right. That's exactly what Pete just said, and he broke it down. You know how Pete do? He gonna break it down, and that's exactly what he said because it was devaluing the United States dollar. That was the problem. We was about to be. China could have stopped us.
Yes,
like in our tracks, and because we went over there and did that, now we still gonna sell the oil to China. We're not cutting them off, but you're gonna buy it with U.S. currency, which is gonna then funnel back into the stocks, the bonds, and everything else in the economy.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about that for a second. Let's switch speeds. Can we talk about Venezuela? Can we talk about so the United States government?
Let's stay right there. Let's stay right there in Venezuela. Let's go.
Okay. The United States government, right? I don't know why people are so shocked about that the United States government went in and deposed a dictator, a leader, or whatever you want to call him. The United States government has been responsible for assassinating, destabilizing, removing, and propping up leaders all over the world for the last 70, 80 years at least, maybe 100 years at least. It's nothing new. The United States government, when it talks about counterfeiting, right? You know why the United States government frowns on counterfeiting so much? Do you know why the United States government frowns on counterfeiting so much? Because they are the ones who counterfeit foreign currency and flood countries with currency because the more you have of a thing, the less that thing,
less value it becomes.
Right? The United States government frowns on counterfeit money so much because they do it to destabilize. One of the things they use to destabilize other countries is they flood their country with counterfeit money, right? To bring the value of the dollar of their currency down, and then they move with operatives to destabilize the government inside out. When they can't do that, because if you think they were not CIA operatives on the ground in Venezuela, right, checking the temperature and then helping to frame the groundwork for that invasion, you a goddamn fool.
The thing was in the past though, they've done it cloak and dagger, more under the radar, and they've used different reasons.
Yes.
Trump just don't give a fuck, and he's like, hey, we went in there, we took the man, we took his fucking wife, and if anybody else thinks we won't do it to you too, try me.
And indicted them.
And Greenland, you next, bitch. Y'all think y'all finna let China come to Greenland? Bitch, no, bitch.
Hold on, because Colombia wants all the smoke now. Because he said, I'm gonna be right here.
Hey, listen,
Come and get me.
It's our business though. It's our business about this oil though, about this oil and this money in the American dollar though. They trying to devalue our dollar, and they can't do that. We're not gonna let that happen. And they try to do it with the little BRIC situation of Brazil, Russia, India, and China. And now it was BRIC. Now it's BRICS, Saudi Arabia.
So right here, here's the president of Gustavo Petro. Hey, Petro, Trump ain't who you got to be worried about. It is those neocon, super ultra right-wing conservatives who have a motherfucking plan for your ass. You better relax, Playboy.
What kind of plan this clown got for us? America, the strongest country in the world, man. You know what I'm saying? Over in what you call it? In China, what they do? Technology, right? Over in what they do? Finance at what you call it? Switzerland. Swiss bank accounts. They're the biggest finance company in the world. Goddamn China, the biggest technology in the world. You know what we is?
The biggest bullies.
The biggest what?
The biggest bullies.
The biggest fucking bullies. We got all the bombs. We got everything we need. We spend $20 billion a year, $200 billion a year on war shit for the last 30 years. $200 billion for 30 years. We not worried about nobody. China can pop that shit. Them little firecrackers probably won't even get off the ground. You know what I'm saying? They showing that's all China do, throw parades and march their nuclear bombs through the city. Man, they've been doing that shit for 100 years. You go back and watch old videos. China always march the little firecrackers through the city and talk about how bad they is. Y'all ain't shot none of them motherfuckers. You gotta treat them niggas like street nigga. Shoot that little motherfucker, nigga. Let's see what's gonna happen. They talking about we got to bomb this big. Okay, brother.
The one that's really mad right now, the whole deal is Russia, because we cut them completely out the fucking pipeline. I mean, it's like, baby, you cutting off a connect from the game. If you want to look at it like that, they cut Russia completely out.
Well, you know, we got nuclear bomb pointed at their motherfucking head on the border right there. That was the whole reason of that little situation that went down. And then Trump jumped down on that nigga and said, hey, we got these bombs pointing at Russia so they calm down. Now you owe us some more money, man. You gonna drop this bag, man, right there, man. He was hard on it. What's the name of that little country right there? Yugoslavia?
Oh, Ukraine.
Ukraine. Man, brought him down here and talked bad to his ass. Bitch ass nigga, you owe us some money. We got these bombs pointing at Russia, and we gonna leave them on your border. That's the whole reason why that little war went on. Because they were mad because we put nuclear bombs on their border. We'll pop their ass. Man, you know how it's going down, man. Ain't nothing fucking with the United States of America, man. And you know, I done got to the point when people talk about Trump. I didn't vote for Trump. I was talking shit earlier. I voted for him too. I really never voted for no motherfucking Trump. But we Americans, man, and we gotta stop fighting against our commander-in-chief, man. We gotta sit there and say we Americans too, man. We can't every time motherfucker get in office, what motherfucker want to talk about what happened in the slave day. Nobody give a fuck about what happened about this shit no more, man. It's about right the fuck now. Goddamn it. It's about goddamn it, man. Making sure Trump handle his motherfucking business and he put money in nigga pocket.
Hey, Munchie. So listen, foreign politics and foreign affairs and how this country has treated the people who helped build this country. That ain't the same shit, Munch. You hear me?
Yeah, because we the first people to go against it. So when they say Trump, what they say? The Democrats say the Democrats are the dirtiest motherfucker of all.
There hasn't been a president. There hasn't been a president in the history of this country who didn't have naysayers and who didn't have people opposing them.
Okay, I agree.
Period, right? When you go back, like most black people are in love with, they were in love with JFK. They were in love with Jimmy Carter, and they were in love with Bill Clinton, bitch ass. But most of the policies that had the biggest negative impact on black people as a whole,
Bill Clinton,
they came under the Bill Clinton administration. It was a democratically controlled White House, Senate, and House. Joe Biden is one of the most racist motherfuckers in the history. His mentor was Senator Strom Thurmond from the great state of
South Carolina.
Okay.
South Carolina.
No, dog, you done naming Democrats.
I'm not. Listen, bro. I'm not in love with Democrats or Republicans. Right? I've been taught and trained and conditioned to where I'm going to vote for the person who's going to push policies and push agendas that best affect me.
Right.
Simple as that.
Okay, then. So what Trump doing? With Trump fucking up your money?
Oh no, I got bulletproof businesses. He ain't fucking up nothing for me.
No, I'm just saying though. Every time Trump get in office,
I sell dope.
Niggas get money.
I sell dope. I sell crack. You hear me? Crack don't sell. Crack sold during the pandemic.
You can't stop no junkie from getting no rock, man. You already know.
Junkie. Hey, listen, the junkie gonna get high.
Man, he gonna get high. But look though, real talk though. Every time Trump step foot in office, the money get good.
So listen, let me just tell you this, right? So the lesson of Donald Trump is complex, but it's simple. Donald Trump and the people who support him, the people who are really behind him, right? That is the underside, the underbelly of politics, and that's how it's always have been. Donald Trump, he's just not groomed. He hasn't been A&R'd.
Right.
We just mentioned A&R. Donald Trump became an artist without being A&R'd. He wasn't put through media training. Donald Trump
need it. He declined it.
He came in raw dog. But listen,
but that's why he was so popular though. He didn't
nothing that Donald Trump is doing is new. He's just doing it in an uncloaked, straightforward fashion.
Exactly.
It's refreshing to me, even though it's concerning. Right, but this country needs a Donald Trump to wake their ass up.
Yeah,
they needed Donald Trump because motherfuckers have been resting on their laurels too long. Motherfuckers have been disengaged from the political process for too long. So what Donald Trump and his merry band of motherfucking idiots have taught this country is don't take anything for granted. Whether you black, white, green, purple, or blue. You need to be engaged. You need to be involved.
That's
It's
true.
as simple as that. Nothing that Donald Trump is doing is new. It's just that he's doing it in a raw, uncut fashion.
I mean, people act like JFK wasn't literally in hotel rooms trying to work out deals with the mob, the Chicago outfit, to take out Fidel Castro because he was fucking up all the casinos over there in Cuba. Meyer Lansky, don't know. I forgot how many. I want to say 100 million. And back in those days, that was a lot of money in the casinos in Cuba. And Castro went and took the motherfuckers over. So the government and the mob had a common enemy in Castro, and they was trying to work together to take him out. That shit's always been like that. But like you said, Trump is just, he's going to be in your face about it.
With Castro, above and beyond that, above and beyond him fucking with U.S. commerce, right? When it comes to fuck with the mob dollars, the mob controlled the White House. They controlled the House. They control the Senate through blackmail and through influence, right? Always been that way. The mob had to control that Russia and China now has, because Donald Trump, Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, they was at Epstein Island fucking on them kids.
Listen, Doggy, King Munch, UBE, Wade, I'm going to bid you gentlemen adieu because I'm being summoned. Okay. So thank y'all for having me up. I would love to do this again. Great conversation. Wade, it was wonderful seeing you again. Nice meeting y'all. Dog, we will meet again.
He's gonna send you an invitation to the welcome home party, Henny, this month.
I'm going.
You go? I'm gonna go with you.
I'm going to look at the niggas. I want to see who there.
I'm gonna be sitting there with my phone.
Hey, listen, man. So Henny's not the only one tuning out, man. On behalf of RealLyfe Unfiltered, on behalf of King Munchie and myself, GBE, Hollywood Wade. Hey, Wade, we need to do a show.
We do.
We need to do a show. We need to get back over here and pop our shit, man. I bid you all adieu. Love y'all. Good night. Bye. Salute.